I need someone to show me my place in all this.
What have we here?
Welcome to the Portland Regional, where the top table gets to play in the dark.
We're already getting complaints for the softbox lighting. But, oh, it looks like the little thing might have fell a little bit up there, but
Soft garbage bag lighting.
yeah, it's great. We're here at a Portland Games Store in North Portland. Yesterday we ran the field of 70 through 8 rounds of Swiss. Here in the top cut we have 4 Vader Greedos, 3 Snoke Sienna Rebel Traders, and 1 Snoke Tarkin. Is that correct? Sound right?
Sounds about right.
So every deck is rocking either Vader or Snoke. And 2 of those most popular decks we have here in our matchup.
We can take a peek at what our top table is playing right now.
We got those flipped and reversed, but you know, I'm sure Sean will work on fixing that real quick. Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, you're here with Sean Pearl Yeti Aguilar.
There you go.
Sorry, it's still early.
Yeah, we need more coffee.
And then Hunter Dassel here as well. All right, well, we're gonna go work on some lighting. Sean will stay with you guys. What am I doing?
All right, this might take a few, so let's watch something funny.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is honorable battle between friends. That was a resource. If you cheat me again, I'll punch you in the face.
Good? The best thing about Star Wars Destiny
Is its boxes. Look at this, Obi-Wan. Subject. Backs and sides. It's so sturdy, I can't even believe it. Isn't this perfect?
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is discarding to reroll. Discarding to reroll. It's discarding to reroll. It's discarding to reroll.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is Bosk. He's a lizard with a gun.
Captain Phasma. She cannot stand up to the likes of an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Modified sides, and remove them because they suck.
Unkar Plut. Very, very equal to a Jin Urso.
He's even got a 3 damage side, and it hits real hard.
Not just the characters though. Supports like running interference against the Hush Calm Link. Feared across the realm.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is being able to play anytime, anywhere.
All right, we got a little bit more light for our top table, and looks like we are underway.
Yep. On the left, we got Shane from Artificery, also known as Grok Disco. He's running Vader Greedo. And on the other side, we got Andrew Heinz, part of the Hillsboro Dice Commandos or Suburban Dice Commandos. They do online videos, and do they do podcasts too?
They do. No.
No. Okay, so
I think
videos.
I think that counts as their podcast. As their,
Okay, so I know they
their
do.
talking head videos.
Yep. And I know he's got some stuff. He was walking around taking interviews yesterday, so he'll probably have some stuff on the Swiss rounds from yesterday.
Starting with the friends in low places and getting rid of the
CQA. So I'm going to use Rebel Trader to get Greedo out into the pool there.
So I'd say the theme of yesterday was pretty much the theme of Across the Galaxy's meta. Lots of Snoke, lots of Vader.
So this should be an interesting matchup for Andrew because he's, if I remember right, I think Andrew's super teched for the mirror. So we'll see what types of things he has to handle Vader. I remember watching him play Jason yesterday, and it might have been the final round, and he had everything for the mirror to take out. I think he Flames of the Past and also sabotaged a couple of vehicles.
That sounds disgusting. The sabotage was a clutch card in my games. I was able to sabotage a Shadowcaster and a Fire Spray yesterday in my Swiss rounds running Hankira. It felt good for me, but I felt really bad for the people that I did it to.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only got my sabotage in one game where I could use it, and it was one round too late. I was already only had 3 health left when I took it out, but it felt good to take out a Fire Spray and 3 mods on it.
Shane playing Beguile, so he has rerolled the Snoke die. Imagine he's trying to decide which of the 2 dice would be better to get rid of.
Yeah,
I think he made the right choice there.
Yes, you don't want him getting the resources to be able to get that vehicle out. I haven't been able to see into his hand here yet, but...
And Andrew having a little bit of a cold dice issue. And Shane getting almost exactly what he wants right there. And Shane not going to be greedy and just taking the 5 damage straight onto Sienna.
Alright, we get the Force Illusion down on Sienna. Sander got 1 card left there.
The Force Illusion probably the most important card played so far in this game. It's leaving with the rotation coming up with conversions. Oh, nice.
Interesting truce play there.
That was...
Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. What happened there? Did he just pitch the truce?
He picked Rise Again, yeah. I wonder if he did the truce to force the disrupt so that Andrew wouldn't try to go for the reroll for damage, just to keep ahead of the damage curve a little bit.
Once again, he uses the Rebel Trader action to bring Greedo's dice out.
What do you think his strategy is there with having Greedo activate before Vader? Because I feel like with Vader, he's giving him an opportunity to put down an upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure there, because, I mean, I think probably most Vader decks probably aren't running He Doesn't Like You anymore, but it also gives, if he was, he would still have the He Doesn't Like You target, things like that. Oh, that's brutal.
That is brutal. So, again, another round of turning Snoke off, which is exactly what you need to do when you're facing off against Snoke. Looks like Shane has a decent hand of additional mitigation going on.
It comes out
with another halfway decent roll.
Yep. Just assume we'll see a discard to roll that back out. Let's see, we got a Darksaber, Rise Again, Hidden Motive, and an Overconfidence.
I think I would probably go for the Darksaber at this point and just save up for that
Rise Again
to get it back.
Yeah. It looks like he, well, his power action, rolls black, and then gets the blank. And he did pitch the Darksaber like Yeti was predicting, or how Yeti would have done.
Beguile's everywhere. I think he has to go for it.
To pitch reroll the Vader die?
No.
Yeah. What's he holding on to? Overconfidence and a.
He's holding on to an overconfidence.
Oh.
I guess he really wants to just make sure that he keeps that Snoke power action turned off.
Doesn't feel great, only not doing much damage there though.
And if he's gonna discard, okay.
Oh,
that is a. Besides trying to keep tempo of the battlefield, seeing people not pitch to reroll and then start discarding cards from their hand is something we see new players do a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he is teched pretty hard against that mirror match.
Yeah, the bubble shield's in there, Flames of the Past, Sabotage. Yeah. Oh, and he's gonna hit him out of the resource right off. He really does not want Andrew to get those resources down. And now he's actually got the 5 for his Rise Again over there. Yeah. I mean, Vader hasn't taken any damage yet, so we're probably not, it's not going to come out yet, but. Oh, he's got it. I have to assume we'll see the Vader's saber come out here. See, here's where he's going to do Greedo. If he does Vader, he wouldn't get his Vader saber out.
Yeah. I think I'd really be baiting out Vader.
Let's see the triple laser turret pitched. Found focus on Snoke, so he can get Sienna to a resource side if he needs to.
I mean, I think I would let him.
You let him focus first, and then you pull out the overconfidence.
All right, so we're just verifying that our commentary is not giving the players an unfair advantage. Yeah, I should have brought all the lighting stuff. Should have got it last night before we went to Brian's.
Oh, Andrew finally gets a vehicle down. He gets the hover tank.
Yep, and he's taken no damage, and it's kind of a no-brainer to get that Vader Saber out.
Yep.
He's got quite a bit of wiggle room on Greedo.
You have to assume he's not scared of that indirect with Greedo still undamaged yet.
I must wonder, so at this point, do you go for the damage on Vader so
Oh,
that you get some value out of your Rise again, or
right
do you
now he's
play
only
it
got
safe?
1 damage or 1 resource, so he's got to build back up to the 5.
Yeah.
If he was closer to the 5, I say maybe. But I still like using Greedo as the meat shield for possible future. He's like, yeah. So the Vader Saber gets pulled there, but he doesn't like you. Which, I mean, if you got removed, you got to use it on the Vader Saber. That's just too brutal to be able to roll out another Vader die.
So that should be enough. Nope, not quite. Wait, is it? No, she's got the Force Illusion on there. So Andrew taking the damage on the Force Illusion, and he loses Fire Spray. And wow, he is very tacked for the mirror match.
Yeah.
Because I believe that event is remove a card showing indirect damage, remove a die showing indirect damage.
That. It's remove a range die or a die shown indirect. Shane claims leaving a Vader die out again. Oh man. Does he just have the 1 card in hand there though? Oh yeah, and he wants to keep that Rise again. I don't blame him there. So we got a Treasured, a Truce, set of Friends and High, a Beguile, and a Rise again on that side, and then on Andrew's, Andrew doesn't give enough lean and is pretty quick to see his cards. Yeah, I can't see those.
So I think if I'm Andrew, I trade her out Vader so that Vader doesn't continue to get loaded up.
Is that what? Oh, it doesn't get loaded up. It's a gun. Nice. Well, he's now going to have to trade her. Well, he doesn't have to trade her Vader, but if he does.
Andrew literally playing his cards close to his chest.
So he's gonna do the 1 to Vader. Interesting that he didn't power action Sienna there. He had room to power action there. I guess
If he had taken her to 8 damage, he could have resolved the Vader and the Saber against somebody else, and then used the
hit
damage
the 1.
to kill
That's
her.
true. Oh yeah, good point there. No good to be dead. He's gonna heal 2 for 2 resources. Oh, so then he's gonna be able to kill with that, and then roll Vader Saber out and use the Rise again. That is spicy. This is the one to Rebel Trader on the rollback out. Let's see.
And that's a very good roll.
Wow, 7, yeah, 8 damage there. And it looks like Andrew's already shown he has no removal. This could get pretty brutal here, but he is going to get some resources. Interesting. Oh, Shane's going to play a Beguile here. Gonna reroll the Snoke. And gonna reroll the Chance Cube. So he plays the Beguile there, forcing Andrew to now have to pitch and reroll. And if he does a 7 into Rebel Trader, he can't use the Snoke power action now either.
Oh,
Brutal. I have to
the roll's just going really rough for Andrew.
I have to assume we're going to see a dead Rebel Trader here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess leave it out there to see if... Yep. Oh, that's a fist in hand. Okay.
Shane running off of like 2.5 hours of sleep, playing pretty tight.
Yeah, I am quite surprised. You know, the well-known Artificery BSG games happened last night, and Shane took full advantage. 2 to each. And then 2 indirect. Yep. Well, guys, that is a treasured lightsaber. If you can't see it, I know there's some brutal glare there, but
And behind us now, the Portland Regional Side event, the Chaos Draft. Drafting from all 6 sets of Destiny is about to kick off.
yeah. I have to assume it's looking like they might fill up all 24 spots in that. I know there was 20 spots were full at the end of yesterday's event, so there's
Oh,
only
wow.
4 open spots left in the side draft event.
I think at this point he just chases damage.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have the resources taken away than take any damage from the tank.
I mean, having him use his hover tank to take out resources is a win at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew's so far behind that I might just head to the next game, give myself some extra time.
Oh. We just got a delivery of Portland Regional tokens. Reminder, power action, whatever you want to use them for. You can actually see them on stream at the top and bottom. They're those Star Wars Destiny tokens, and they say Portland Regional on them.
Shane playing interesting with taking the damage on Vader. The 2 indirect.
Oh, very interesting. Okay. What's...
He's taking
Unless
the
he thinks
2
he's going to get the rise again here. I have to assume he's going to do the special. 2 to each. Maybe he was just wanting to keep Greeter alive there. Did he have
don't
the
know.
full price of failure? He does have the price. I have to assume he takes the 2 then prices. Yeah, there it is. He gets to roll Greedo out here. Oh, brutal.
Great roll.
It's the 2 indirect. Can't ask for anything more than that from Greedo. 2 range damage and then roll out a 2 indirect on
And
death.
that brief hand you saw off screen was...
Oh, and there we go. There's the concede to head to the next game, like Sean was just talking about.
No updates on the other games. Although it looks like one might have already finished. So, Brody, what's the update? Tarkin Snoke. Yep, so Tarkin Snoke took Vader Greedo. So Cody Hill... Wait, what's...
Yeah, that's Cody Hill.
Cody, you're playing against Sean Cohen? You're playing against Sean Cohen?
Yeah, he's so Cody Hill running Snoke Tarkin advanced to the semis over Sean Cohen, who was running Vader Greedo. Cody's, I believe, has 2 regional wins under his belt. Looking for a 3rd here. So he'll be moving on. Sean Cohen had a good showing here with his Vader Greedo. He's actually the owner for the Bunsen Brewer down here, which hosted our Oregon Tournament of Champions. So it's good to see. We actually got 2 locals running in the top 8 here. The other one's on stream that we mentioned, Andrew, from the west side.
So as usual, Aaron Coford, Portland local, is late to his own draft tournament. Our other update, the match with Ingram versus Dennis. Dennis has taken game 1. Let me pull up what list they are running. So Ingrid is on Vader Greedo, and Dennis is on Sienna Rebel Trader Snoke. So the 3 wide took the first game, and they just started game 2.
Okay, so it sounds like both Boise boys are up 1-0.
All right, so the Boise boys running the 3 wide villain vehicle, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a new YOLO version of the Sebulba from the last meta.
So they've both taken their first games in the quarterfinals, and their second games are starting. Looks like Jason's getting serious, and the jacket's coming off. Heating up a little bit back there.
What's surprising is that Jason has actually finished his first game already. Because if anyone's taking this thing to time, it's going to be Jason.
At last year's Idaho Regional, I played Jason in the finals, and Jason took us all the way to time with the 2-hour final time limit. And in game 3, we ran out of time in game 2, which means you only play to the end of round 2 in game 3, and then you go to tiebreakers.
They're just lucky Yeti wasn't running Sabine still at that time. That thing would have never. They would have only got like 1 match done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, pulls the fire spray with the single discard close quarters combat assault. Whew.
So, Hunter, you play vehicles. Which one would you rather see, the hover tank or the fire spray out in this list?
This list?
And in this matchup?
I think you're probably putting the fire spray out so you can get it loaded up with mods. I guess it depends also what's in his hand, if he has mods or. But obviously, if you're going against a 3 wide, the hover tank's like priority 1. But the fire spray here, you're gonna get more bang for your buck if you get mods on it, because you get free mods on it pretty much. And then while you still have Sienna alive, you can get resets on multiple dice. That's actually a pretty good play. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Shane alters his order at all that he goes after characters, seeing that hand cannon down.
And for those of you that are watching that have never played Andrew before, seen Andrew play, he's a very, very technical player.
He is very.
I'd say he is our most technical player in the Portland meta.
keep resolving 2 shields? Interesting.
I haven't been able to catch a glimpse of what either player is have in their hand right now.
Done playing.
Looks like 6 indirect damage is coming toward Shane's side of the table. And he's taking quite a bit on Vader.
Yeah, I haven't.
I guess he's just really confident in those Rise Again plays to keep Vader and keep that damage off.
I guess so. I'm not understanding pulling the shields, putting them on Greedo, and then yeah. Does he have the Rise Again in hand? I haven't seen his hand yet.
I haven't got a glimpse of it yet. Yes.
He does have the Rise Again, but got overconfidence. The thing is, he's still a couple resources short. I don't know if I like piling that on there yet.
No, that scares me. But I guess he knows that he always has Greedo as a backup to absorb that.
Indirect?
Yeah, so I imagine he's not going to be putting any more on Vader for the rest of the match if he can help it, but could be wrong.
True, but both the hand cannon and the hover tank have direct sides, and I guess Sienna even too. Oh, he no goods to him dead to heal 2 off the Rebel Trader. He does have the Rise Again now, and he's got the Vader Saber in the discard pile. He pitched that earlier, so we could see the Rise Again into the Vader Saber here.
I would do it because you can, the Rebel Trader. I'm so afraid that Andrew's going to start using him to give Vader out before you can upgrade him.
Yeah, he doesn't get to take anything with it.
And doesn't seem...
Brutal. He does get to discard a card to bring it back in, though. There goes the other Rise Again. He's going to have to feed, though, if he wants to roll back out of Vader dice with the... Oh, man. Yep.
But he has to pay for that Vader die to resolve it.
Yeah, that is true.
So do you think Shane is going for a reroll here?
I'd have to assume so. But Andrew, I have to assume, is about to Snoke Power Action one of those 2 resources for 3 more resources. And we're going to see if he's got a vehicle in hand, it's going to hit the floor here, or hit the table. Oh, he rolls out Snoke here. Now he's got that disrupt pressing Shane, which creates an interesting conundrum. You could resolve the Vader Saber die right now and pay the resource and roll it back out if you're going to pitch to re-roll. Or he could... Oh, interesting. Oh, why did he pitch the Vader's... I have to assume that Snoke Disrupt's happening right here. That... Oh. So Andrew uses 3 resources to do 4 to Shane. Now he has to decide if he wants that last card in his hand, that Force Illusion. It's a huge turn of events there.
Only a 1 in 3 chance of that Vader Saber rolling aside to get resolved either.
And there goes the Force Illusion. Yep, looks like we're... Alright, Andrew's going to pitch his last card to re-roll here. Oof. All the resources are going to be gone here. I'm surprised he does not Snoke Power Action that. I guess he wants it maybe on the Rebel Trader.
Yeah, he must be wanting to pump out that damage now that he's seen that second Rise Again go into the discard pile. Yeah, I think if I was Shane, the second I saw that Disrupt come out, I would have resolved that 4 damage. I think I would have just gone for it. Plus it was 5 damage at the time.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have the 4 damage out there at the time. He had the 1 on the Vader Saber.
He had a 1 on Vader Saber and a 4 resource on Vader. And then...
No, he pitched a re-roll, I thought.
He pitched to re-roll when the Disrupt was showing. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. He left it. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he had a chance to get 5 damage.
Yeah, he could have done the 5 damage there. And then, yeah, I wouldn't have felt that bad missing out on the... He could have killed... No, so he couldn't have killed Sienna, but...
Gotten pretty close. Would have turned off the Snoke Power Action.
Yeah. Or at least just resolve the Vader Saber on its own and pay the resource to roll it back out and do the 1 damage.
Get some more dice in the pool.
And if you're going to pitch to re-roll there.
And I think in the Chaos Draft, somebody just opened up an Ancient Lightsaber.
Did they?
Yeah, that's fun.
That's real fun. So apparently we had a decent EAW box laying around in the Portland Game Store.
Collecting dust in the back room. So if you're not on Facebook, you probably didn't see, but there was a Destiny disaster last night. We had some players from Seattle have a car get broken into with a bunch of bags stolen with all their decks for the regionals.
Yeah, they went to, I think they went to dinner in downtown Portland after the regional, and not, yeah, I feel bad for them.
Feel bad too.
It's pretty, yeah, it's very unfortunate. Yeah, filing police reports is not what you want to be doing when you're traveling out of state. Shane does have the price of failure in hand here.
I'm really interested that he pitched the bait and switch. I love that card.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of bait and switch. He does abandon all hope. There goes the resources because he knows he can easily Snoke power action him back. I have to assume we're gonna see the price of failure this turn, right? Oh, that bait and switch would have been real nice right now.
It would have been fantastic.
And yep, and just like that, Andrew has 3 resources back after a quick Snoke power action on Sienna.
And the hand of God, Nick Nelson coming into the table to remind, put out that damage.
Oh, gonna pitch the price. Okay, he's gonna pitch it. Okay. There's 4 solution there. 2/2 plus 3. Nick Nelson calling out the halfway point reminder to all the players there.
So with the price of failure sitting out there right now, would you swing and do that 7 damage into Snoke, hoping that with the price of failure you can just finish Snoke off right there?
That's actually a very interesting play there. I like it to get rid of that hand cannon, but then again, you are. Did he put the 1 damage anywhere? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then he's gonna do the 2 more, which will. Oh, interesting. He didn't want. Oh, he's gonna leave the 4 there to kill. Okay. Artcaster's getting on the hover tank. Alright, rerolls the Vader. Greedo's gonna hit the pool here. Oh, Greedo doing work. I just saw a giant sigh of relief and a couple of hand pumps by Dennis. I don't think he took the game, but he must have got a good roll or something over there. He's playing Ingrid in actually the same matchup here. question is, does he want to pitch and reroll that Vader die here before he price the failures?
There's also the indirect that he could absorb just a little bit more into Greedo.
That's true. I have to assume Andrew's checking for another price of failure in there. Alright, so we're going to get the 4 indirect. Assume 2 of it's going on Greedo. And 2's going on Vader, and we're going to see that price of failure come out real quick. Oh, he puts it all on Vader? Interesting. I don't know if I understand that move.
I don't either.
Now pitching that truce hurts because he's got double disrupt showing. Oh, that works too. Oh. Oh, okay. Yep, overconfidence. Oh, I guess here's another indirect play. He can put that damage on Greedo. He's gonna put 3 there. 2 there. Yep. He gets to roll out Greedo. Let's see if Greedo can do work again. Nope.
Nope.
Make sure and ready your Vader there, Shane. There we go.
So if Andrew can't do anything there, I think that's the 11 damage he needed to kill Snoke.
Yep. Wait. Why is... Oh, I guess if he just kills Sienna, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's not quite the big blowout he was probably looking for there.
I think the game...
That paid off was huge.
It's hard. I mean, because he did stop the reactivation for the next round on that tank by taking out Sienna.
That's true. But spiking Snoke and taking out that cannon might have been a move there. But yeah, I think this really turned on that paid off. Andrew's paid off that he played really turned this game.
This looks like 3 and 3.
Yeah, what's that? 1 plus 2 and then a 3 indirect.
Vader sitting very close to death now. And I think there's some other stuff going on too with the Shane's earlier plays with pitching that bait and switch, because that would have been a dead Sienna right there.
Yeah, it would have. Now the thing Shane has to be scared of here is, I assume they got to look at deck lists. He's got to know there's a Flames of the Past in Andrew's deck. If he pitches that Vader Saber to re-roll, and Andrew's got 2 resources, his Vader Saber could easily be pitched to the discard pile there.
Unless Shane can pull something out here, that's showing lethal.
Let's see.
I don't think he has. Oh, he's got a hidden motive?
He's got a... What's that 0-cost yellow card he has?
I think it's a truce.
Oh, I think it's a Friends in High Places.
And he gets it.
What's he gonna... Yeah, he needs 3 damage here.
And he gets it. What? Nope, he
No,
gets 2.
He gets 2 damage. I mean...
It looks like Andrew has 2 more cards to reroll.
Yeah, he's got to find focus, I guess, on Snoke.
This is gonna take Shane to the brink.
Oh, you have to... yeah. I mean, what's he going for here? I don't... Are resources gonna do anything for Shane here? He's both Rise Agains are gone.
I guess maybe he's got a Vader's Fist he could pull into and just
That's
spike
true.
the damage.
Yeah, but he only needs 1 for lethal. You're gonna need you need to pay for removal. Wait, what? Did he just pitch to reroll 0?
I think he might have. And that is game for game 2, going to the Snoke player. And we're rolling into game 3 with standard Destiny tournament time. 35 minutes left on the clock.
Just a little heads up on the other, or I guess information on the other games going on. Dennis just took his match against Ingrid. He was running Snoke, Rebel Trader, Sienna, and Ingrid was running Vader Greedo. The other match, Jason versus Alice Kraminski, they are heading into their 3rd game. And I believe it is the same matchup we're seeing here on stream too. So 2 of these Vader Greedos versus Snoke Rebel Trader Siennas are going to game 3s.
Hey Nick, did you get a picture of our... So, with the the best of 3 rules, Shane getting the battlefield since he's the last one who lost a game, Deed being so overpowered, just him being the 3rd game player puts him at an advantage.
Very true there. Yeah. Getting to start with 3 resources off the bat is ridiculous.
I haven't had enough coffee yet to really like get my my toxicity going, but Feed, Snoke, Vader, Fist. These are all cards sticking around for a long time, and I'm not a fan. They're too much. They push the game and the damage and the resources too high.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to have a different meta. It's either errata or power creep, and power creep's just gonna make the game way too quick here.
Yeah, yeah. Printing out cards that are on par as Fist to open up the other factions, the other colors. I think that just moves the game into an even worse position. It's just really, it really confuses me as somebody who was on Boba 7th and saw how broken a Maul Saber could be to get that free dice out for nothing, and the errata come out where you had to pay a resource that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
To see Vader's Fist get, come out of playtesting intact with, 3 resolutions for paying no resources to get those dice out there.
Yeah. We got somebody in the chat also saying we forgot AR.
Yep.
I think we haven't seen AR totally bend the meta yet. As you can see, there's not a single AR deck here in the top 8.
That's my.
But I definitely think AR is.
I think it's going to be the rotation boogeyman.
Yeah, I think as soon as rotation hits, we're going to see a lot of AR. Once all that all those blue cards rotate out that everyone just loves, Force Speed, Force Illusion. Yeah, Sean, can you moderate that?
We'll try to get the advertiser bot out of the Twitch chat.
You should have moderator on your own stream. All right.
And they're gone.
But yeah, no, AR is definitely going to define the meta coming up, I would assume. I know a lot of people have been calling for red only on AR, which I think makes perfect sense. If you think about it, every vehicle that's used right now is pretty much yellow for it. Falcon, Shadowcaster, Fire Spray. I mean, if it's red only, I think maybe you'll see like a...
Hover tank?
Yeah, Hailfire tank is what you're going to see.
Maybe an Arccaster?
An Arccaster?
Wait.
Arccaster's a yellow mod.
What's the name of the X-Wing from the prequels?
The
Arcwing?
X-Wing from the prequels. Oh, the Resistance Crate Speeder? No. Oh, no, you're talking prequels.
I don't play vehicles, man. You play vehicles. Tell me what the card is.
What are you talking about? From the prequels, the only one there's the N1 Starfighter.
I'll pull it up.
Oh, and we see a fist go down by Shane. This is an early fist. Oh, the ARC 170, yeah. Yes, definitely the ARC 170, okay.
Yes, the ARC 170. That seems like a decent vehicle to pull out.
Yeah, you could pull that out.
And Fist doing fisty things.
No, Zion, not the Z95. Get that out of here. Nobody wants to play that thing. Plus, that's getting rotated out.
Seems like a much different match than the last one.
Yeah, Fist will do that though. And there's the fire spray. We haven't seen Andrew get down a Fist in any of these games yet, surprisingly.
Shane?
No, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew?
Either. This is the first Fist we've seen, which is very surprising.
All right. Well, they're talking a little bit. I just want to pull up these decks for just a second.
Okay.
All right. That doesn't obscure too much.
And once again, sorry
They're
that they're on the
backwards.
wrong sides and backwards.
And it looks like...
And we're going to get a Fear and Deadman here. That's...
I'll pull that back.
Fire spray. Yeah, that's the one downside on the fire spray is that modified side. It's brutal to roll that thing out. Yep. Oh, okay, we got
Pull up these decks a little bit.
Hidden motive on the Greedo. Oh. Okay. Power action on the Vader's Fist. And he's going to spin it to the 3. It's interesting. We're going to see a dead Sienna here. Are we going to overkill Sienna?
He's forcing it, it looks like.
Yep. We do get the overkill on Sienna. Get rid of that.
These deck list images brought to you by Nick Nelson, who
AKA
was
the Gandork.
The Gandork, our traveling Destiny judge. He was kind enough to come all the way to Portland, fly to Portland,
Yeah.
to head the Portland Regional. So big shout out to Nick, awesome guy. He allowed me to play in the regional.
And don't worry, Yeti was on the outside of the bubble as per usual. I think he finished 12th.
12th.
Did not make it in due to strength
Yeah,
schedule
terrible strength of schedule.
Oh, interesting. The AR for the Annie's Pod Racer, that's an interesting one too. I have seen somebody use the AR for a Dooku Solar Sailor. That was
anything with a discount and a deck search or a discard search, it's just too much.
Yeah, no, that's focus on that Solar Sailor's pretty powerful. That was in the Iden Townsend deck. I think it was Brandon that was running it from up in the Washington, Seattle area. He actually he almost snuck into the, or not snuck, but he finished 9th up in the Washington regional, and just got popped out due to strength of schedule. I think I'm not sure how he ended up. I think he finished not quite as high yesterday with it.
And
so
did he just claim without doing fist again?
I think we saw 2 fist dies out, and maybe he just forgot to turn it, or that's a huge misplay if he did not get both fist dice out there. So we were talking about some other stuff there, so I'm not 100% sure, but
next year we'll have a backup support team watching a secondary monitor to feed us all those spicy plays to talk about.
Spicy plays. Oh, we're going to start off with the Abandon All Hope. I like it. Without Sienna there, he's not going to be able to roll out the Chance Cube on Rebel Trader.
Interesting.
I mean, he kind of has to, because he has to make it to next round. So he's gonna. But but that chance keeps going to pop back into hand unless you...
Yeah, it's a feel-good play, I think, is that Fire Spray has a lot of costed sides, or at least one of its good sides is costed.
So we're going to get the... Yep.
Fist rolling exactly what Fist needed to roll.
Well, he just power actioned.
Oh, did he?
So he got to put it on when he wanted it. And we're going to see a dead Rebel Trader. So Snoke's power action is completely turned off for the rest of the game.
I think...
I'm surprised he didn't get a Rebel Trader power action for 3 indirect there before he went down. He had to assume the dead Trader was coming in.
Just Fist, just...
doing fist things.
Yeah.
I think somebody in the chat said it right. Fist or get fisted. The big question of the day will be when Sean and I decide it's late enough to get the first cider. I think I need more caffeine flowing through my veins before that happens, though.
Today will be the day that you begin to drink cold brew.
Yeah, I don't see any tea in the cabinet over there. If I need more caffeine, it's going to be like a sugar-free Red Bull or...
Isn't that yerba mate all tea?
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
I thought that was like kombucha stuff.
I don't know. All right, back to the game.
Sorry.
All right, Andrew getting some damage in, but this is just...
I mean, yeah. He could roll to... That's lethal. Yep. So Shane is going to take the quarterfinal match here. Good showing from Andrew from Dice Commandos.
And I think you can find them on Facebook.
Yes.
Is their primary way that they get around.
It's, yeah, Sean's looking it up now. It's either going to be Suburban Dice Commandos or Dice Commandos.
And I think they've been putting out a...
Yeah. Is that a group? That's a group.
Interesting.
I don't know.
We'll ask Andrew in the break.
Question, pull up chat. Is Mike in the chat? Is Mike chatting with us? Nope.
Are there any Suburban Dice Commandos on the stream that can tell us how to get to some of your
Mike's not
content?
in the chat to plug that. Maybe it's too early for him. He's still sleeping.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and switch to standby. We should be back within...
Yeah, well, it's Jason playing the last game.
Oh, it is Jason playing the last game. So we could be on a 20-minute break. We'll just go on standby. We'll put in the Twitch chat when we're coming back in about 5 minutes. And thanks for watching.
Nope.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is honorable battle between friends. That was a resource. If you cheat me again, I'll punch you in the face.
Good? The best thing about Star Wars Destiny
Is its boxes. Look at this, Obi-Wan. Subject. Backs and sides. It's so sturdy, I can't even believe it. Isn't this perfect?
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is discarding to reroll. Discarding to reroll. It's discarding to reroll. It's discarding to reroll.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is Bosk. He's a lizard with a gun.
Captain Phasma. She cannot stand up to the likes of an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Modified sides, and remove them because they suck.
Unkar Plut. Very, very equal to a Jyn Erso.
He's even got a 3 damage side, and it hits real hard.
Not just the characters, though. Supports like running interference against the Hush Calm Link. Feared across the realm.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is being able to play anytime, anywhere.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is paying for the game and playing at a local game store. Yes.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is Greedo dying.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is its unique and diverse prize support. Deck box, or another deck box, another deck box. I stack them! And if you're not satisfied...
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is the smell of freshly baked dice. Ah, victory!
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is stalling. Imagine the scene. 5 minutes left. What do?
No. The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is a player in his wild habitats. Look at him. Shuffling his cards. You'll never know which one is the right one to discard. I can't.
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is throwing in hot fire.
Judge, how much time left?
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny is being humble.
Hey, how are you doing today?
The best thing about Star Wars Destiny are the friends you make. The best thing about Star Wars Destiny, Star Wars Destiny. Time.
I claim.
All right, guys, we are back. Here in the semifinals on stream, we have Dennis, the Phantom Dennis, versus Cody. Dennis is the remaining Boise boy, um, running the Rebel Trader Sienna Snoke deck. And on the other side, we got Cody Hill running the Tarkin Snoke. You've seen him on stream before at the Washington Regional. So he's here looking for his 3rd regional trophy. I think both these guys took down a Vader Greedo in their first round match. We got their deck list coming up on here.
Snoke's and Vader's Fist. I'm very surprised.
Shocked. And the other match is going to be Alex K versus Shane S. So Grok Disco versus Alex Kraminski. That one's, they must be taking a couple minute break since Alex was the last one to finish up because he had to go against Jason. So taking a little break, but that's going to be a Seattle on Seattle battle in the semifinals.
And that's the mirror match.
And a Vader mirror match, yeah. So we will see a Vader versus Snoke in the finals. It's just which Snoke we will see, the 3 wide or the 2 wide. Apparently in Boise, they breed them with big bladders. Nick is making fun of everyone that had to use the restroom in between matches.
That's a lie. I'm from Boise. I just went to the bathroom.
Yeah, but you haven't lived there in a while.
So you're saying I have a Portland-sized bladder now?
Yeah, it adjusts. You absorb your bladder size by osmosis. And it looks like Jason just picked up a Chuck Lumberjack or Click Clack. Yeah, I saw Taxter and Zion messing around with it the other night because they have it on the demo thing. Is that like Jenga but like a tree?
Yeah, and so it's got beginner rules. It's like, so the bark gives you points, and the cores take away points. And then it's the more advanced ones are you pick a color of this bark.
Ooh.
That counts for you. I have a 4-year-old who's going to love this.
Well, it entertained Taxter and Zion, so I'm sure it'll do the trick.
4-year-old
Yeah. I hope you guys got the entirety of that commentary on Clack Lumberjack. Do you have what it takes to make the cut? Oh, what a tagline.
I hope there's an expansion with branches.
Ooh, branches? That'd be cool.
Did you want to do this at all?
Maybe at some point. Maybe take this round off.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Ingrid said she might want to jump on now, too. So I think she got convinced into it. I think she's outside, though. So at some point. You're going to be here? Yeah. Are you guys... Okay, I was just about to ask, are you guys staying tonight, or... We're going to have some staggered timers here on the 2 matches because the Seattle boys on the other one need some bathroom breaks. You know Jason's feeling it when he's already got the cider over here. It's after 11. That's when I popped my first cider yesterday was about 11. I think I was sitting 1 and 2 at that point.
The Cider League is the best way to play Destiny.
Oh, yeah. Actually, am I posting this on mine? Okay. Nope.
Roll off of the battlefield. And it looks like Snoke Tarkin takes it by a mile. And we're off. So I think the 3 wide tries to race the resources a little bit faster than the 2 wide does.
Well, yeah, because they're going to try and get them out. Well, one side's going to rely heavily on holocrons and chance cubes, and the other side's going to be relying on Snoke's power action. So they both have different ramp mechanics here. The early probe. Oh. So he pulls the hidden motive.
It's a pretty good card in Cody's hand for the Snoke Tarkin deck. That Feel Your Anger could come in quite handy.
Yeah, it's great that they didn't get pulled on that probe. Dorsal's going to get pitched. Does Cody, or do you have the list up? I assume he's running a mind trick, right? 2 mind tricks?
Pop up those deck lists again really quick.
Yeah, okay. That Rebel Trader and the mind trick's going to be huge in this matchup.
I'm not getting a lot of value right now out of that Feel Your Anger.
And oh, he is playing the Feel Your Anger though to remove the Tarkin 2 focus. It's gonna be interesting here. You either have to pitch the reroll or you gotta sacrifice the Tarkin or the Snoke power action here. Over from the drafting tables, we are hearing comments like the best mill is the surprise mill. Yeah, I can't say I see too much mill on the draft tables because it's one of those things. There's not as many mill cards, so you have to have the mill cards in the packs. Oh, guys, we got Lukas jumping on the mic here for Yeti.
Hey guys.
So yeah, we got Lukas, the creator of Star Wars Destiny, jumping on the stream with us here. I think you, did you finish like 10th or 11th yesterday?
11th place.
11th
Yeah,
place
6 and
yesterday.
2 strength of schedule.
Yep, Yeti was in the
Was
same
not quite
spot. I think
very
he was
high.
right behind you.
Yeah, he was. I beat him by 1 spot.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you were on the stream once or twice yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, first 2. So I had to lose the second match to get off, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, looks like we got some Snoke action here.
Yep. So yeah, on this table we got Snoke on both sides. On the other table we got Vader on both sides.
Yep, we got the kind of the Vader mirror between 2 Washingtonians. And then Cody is going for his 3rd regional win this season.
Yeah, there's 3 Seattle players here. Good chance it goes, Portland Trophy goes up to Seattle.
That's right. Then you'll have to try to win it back next year.
Yeah.
Or you'll have to come up to Seattle to steal that one again.
Yeah, we had a good chance. We had 3 Portland guys in the top 8 up in Seattle. None of us could take it home, though. And then,
all right, so it looks like Cody has definitely spit out a little more damage here early on.
Yeah.
But I will say I think Dennis is probably favored with the 3 wide in this one.
Let's see. He's got 2 resources over there. The chance cube down. And he does have the fist in hand, so you gotta assume he's gonna be working for that fire spray or that fist to come down. Obviously preferring the fist.
Yeah, always prefer the fist. Just the amount of damage it puts out and the so much pressure on the mitigation of the other player. It's just hard to deal with.
Yeah.
I think Force Jump. Force Jump is a really, really good card.
Yeah, it was one of those ones when it first, when it got like its spoiler article or whatever, everyone was like, this is really good. And then it didn't get played at all. And then as soon as Mill became a thing, it started seeing us play. The Yodalea Mill was like, I think the first major deck that really like took advantage of that Force Jump.
Yeah, that's definitely a staple upgrade in the mill. Honestly, I thought I might see a little more Force Throw, just because I was thinking of running it this weekend with all of the high damage dice out there.
Yeah.
But it didn't quite fit into the Vader deck, and the Vader deck is a very popular deck.
If it fits into anything, it'd probably be this Snoke Tarkin. I don't know if he... Let's look here. He does have 1 copy of Force Throw in his deck here.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, I figure with the Holocrons, he's probably got something like that. But, yeah.
Yep. 2 Vader's Fist, of course. Yeah, the Holocrons, which you can also use on the Force Illusion if you need to.
Yeah, he's got the Force Throw, the Force Wave.
Force Wave is...
Oh, he's not running the Force Push in this one that I've seen a lot of the Snoke Tarkin decks.
Force Wave is very good against 3 wide, so like that can definitely make a difference. All right, so let's see what's going on in this game.
All right. You looking at that deck list or no? Or can I take him down?
Yeah,
we're good? Okay.
We're good. I think the 3 wide is a little bit predictable as to what goes into it.
Yeah.
I will say triple laser turret in the discard pile, not where you want to see that.
No. By far the best mod in this set.
Yeah, it really means that unless you have something like Sabotage to get rid of the support, not going to be getting rid of those dice.
There was a lot of Sabotage floating around yesterday. People knew the big villain vehicle deck was coming.
But you can't Sabotage the fist.
No, you have to... Oh, I got Ingrid coming in here for me. She was in the top 8 running Vader Greeter, so I'll hand it over to her. Mute button's there if you want it. It's on right now.
All right.
And if you want deck lists, you can push this button here and it'll pop deck lists up. But yeah, just these 2 buttons here will pop between deck lists and no deck lists.
All right, I am now joined by Ingrid, who just finished her run in this tournament with the top 8. I can only hear when I like kind of...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you got to kind of like pull it off slightly if you want to hear your fellow commentator. All right, we're figuring out some technical Figuring out some technicalities here as we get set up. I think you are muted. There you go. Try that. All right.
All
I
right.
think. Say something.
Mic
Ingrid.
seems to be working.
Yeah, I believe it's working
Nice.
now. All right, so
Let's see.
I've kind of not been following the game the last 2 minutes as I've been figuring this out. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Cody has a ton of dice out in the middle here, and pretty good spread of icons, resources. Got that focus, shield, and yeah, triple damage from his upgrade with the 2 discard on Tarkin. So the 2 discard on Tarkin is honestly like the most dangerous symbol I think in this matchup, just because of the Snoke power action.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so
Obviously,
this was the
he
mind trick.
feels the same way because he just took out the
Yep,
the
he took
Turkin.
out. So mind trick, Cody decided to split 4 and 4. Man, with eight dice on the table, that is the best, most ideal time to do a mind trick. Like, that's why you play that card. That's 4 dice removed for 2 resources. That's incredible. And the flank. So
Looks like a flank.
Yep,
there.
Dennis is just removing all of these dice. Cody had so many up, but here comes the fist. So this game is getting real. So, you know, if you have to have 5 of your dice removed, getting basically 3 more dice this round is not a bad thing to get with Vader's Fist. That's pretty good compensation.
Got the Snoke power.
Now, did you play either of these 2 players? And
Yes, Dennis I just played and
okay.
knocked me out of the top 8, so
Yep.
it's good. Good deck.
Yep, he's playing the 3 wide vehicles, which I mentioned when I first got on this stream. I think Dennis is probably a little bit favored in this matchup just because of the extra health that Cody will have to go through. And they're both doing very similar things with their decks and trying to get down, you know, dangerous supports and kick out a lot of indirect damage. Also, Sienna can be incredibly, incredibly dangerous.
Yep.
All right, so we got Snoke rolling in here. Looks like we got some 2 indirect damage, 3 resources, or 2? 2 or 3
I think
resources
it's
on the
two, but it's hard to tell.
And the disrupt on Snoke. Fist comes out, showing 3 indirect. So it just is going to work already. So Dennis is going to hidden motive. Don't know what he's calling.
Yeah,
We'll
can't
see.
hear it, so.
There we go. Oh. They might be deciding. Okay. I'm going to guess it's some type of damage that he called here. All right.
Let's
Was it
see.
indirect?
It was.
He called direct.
Yep.
Called the direct range damage. So that is going to stay out in the pool. And actually, what really happened there is Dennis just gave Cody a little bit extra damage. But it looks like Cody is trying to get direct damage. Interesting.
It's interesting he decided to reroll the indirect.
Yeah, like I don't see any characters like in kill range here. So I'm kind of surprised by that. Maybe Cody is going next level and I'm just completely missing something obvious.
Yeah.
But that was a surprising move there. All right, but here comes the indirect. Looks like Dennis has run out of special damage tokens and is now doing the cardboard tokens.
Let's see,
which
I can pull up
hold up
the.
really well. I'm not gonna lie, I still have mine from a couple of years ago.
So I just want to see if what Cody is running here. So we didn't get to see those before.
Yeah, I really like the 1 force throw in Cody's deck. I think that's a great inclusion. Also 2 probe. Dennis is running one probe, but probe is very strong in this current meta, especially with all of the Vader running around. All right, so if you are just tuning in, this is top 4 of the Portland regionals. This is best of 3, so this is game 1 between Dennis, Phantom Dennis, and Cody. Cody is going for his 3rd win this regional season, which I believe he would be the first person to ever win 3 regionals.
The hat trick. He took Vancouver, Seattle, and
Yep.
now here he's at Portland.
Maybe
So
Portland, exactly, the upper northwest coast. But he has to get through Dennis, and then the other match in the top 4 are 2 Vader Greedo decks. So he will be playing a Vader Greedo. Whoever wins this will be playing a Vader Greedo in the finals. I know you guys are probably disappointed to, not see more Vader Greedo after yesterday, but don't worry, you'll see it again in the finals. All right, so Cody is definitely taking a lot of damage here, but he has the fist out, and Dennis now has the fist out. So this is where the health advantage of Dennis is really coming into play with all of that health to soak the indirect. He's still got all 3 characters on the board. All right, looks like power action
there.
coming down on the fist. Rolling in.
Looks like 3 indirect.
Yep, that's a good one. Claim for Cody. He is out of stuff to do this round. Dennis has a fire spray in hand, but only 2 resources, so that is not going to be coming out this turn. Here comes the 3 indirect. 2 shields go off of Snoke, and 1 more damage. So Snoke is at 9 of 11, and Tarkin is at 7 of 11. So only 6 more damage to go for Dennis. All right, he passes and he goes to the next round. All right, so if you're Cody here, it's looking a little bit dangerous. What sort of defense could you actually hope to draw this round? You got 2 Beguiles. I don't know actually what he's gone through the first turn of the game, but he does have 2 Mind Tricks, 2 Beguiles, 2 Deflects, 2 Angers, which if you roll those blanks could be very good. That's mostly it. 2 Hidden Motives, definitely played one of those. So you definitely have the tools to potentially extend this game.
But did he draw it? That is the Force Illusion.
Yep, that'll soak up a nice probably 4 damage or so. And here comes the probe. Wow,
Yeah.
Dennis not wasting any time. Just let's go.
Oh man.
Oh, complete
That other Force Illusion.
miss.
No cards gone.
That's the
really
danger.
yeah.
I don't know. What is he really afraid of before he's rolled dice out? If you really want to get mitigation, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Before rolling out dice. That is an interesting move. He does have, it looks like, 2 Arcasters with the fire spray.
It's a lot of glare. It's kind of hard to.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of glare. So Fist is just coming out. So now Dennis is just all right, let's just go damage. There's the other Force Illusion. Yep. So he knows that Cody at most has 2 cards that could be mitigation.
Oh.
I'm not sure what they're discussing here. Looks like the end result is probably going to be double Force Illusion on Tarkin. Wow, okay.
Oh,
so he decided to overwrite. Okay. All right. I mean, sure.
I guess he wants his resource.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't want to go down to 0 resources.
No.
That's pretty rough to go down to 0 resources, especially if you are trying to stay alive this round. That said, I would probably at that point just hold the Force Illusion in hand and see if I need it. Maybe that's why Cody was taking it back. He's like, well, maybe, okay. So now the Sith Holocron comes out.
All right.
I'm really curious to see what Cody has in hand now. I don't know what his other 2 cards are. And I'm trying to like change the angle of the
Yeah,
screen
like,
to see,
oh.
but it's like, no, the camera's a fixed camera. I'm not gonna be able to tell. It doesn't work that way. All right, so here comes the fire spray.
That
Double
is double
blank.
blanks.
Ooh.
Yikes.
And then re-roll. Looks like that's a
Plus three? Yep.
All right, probe.
Counter probe. Only 2 cards.
Yep. And neither of them looks like what, the tank and the Artcaster.
Yep.
So no mitigation from Dennis. 1 card left in Cody's hand. If it's the force throw, I understand why he would have
tossed
maybe put the holocron down. So I'm guessing it's force throw.
I guess we'll
At
find
which
out.
point I would imagine Tarkin would roll out next to try to see if you can get that special on the holocron. But otherwise, I think I would have just paid 1, overridden the gun, and immediately gotten out the force throw. And Tarkin's coming out, so I don't know how to play this game.
Or Snoke.
Or sorry, Snoke's coming out. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to play this game. I don't know how to see.
Oh, Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, Ingrid is from Seattle. There were 4 out of the top 8 were from Seattle or Seattle area of Washington. All right, so Sienna rolls out 1 damage. Dennis is out of resources, so the power action is not going to
It is
work.
a deflect. That is the last card in Cody's hand.
Yes, Dr. Chuk from the chat says 1 less upgrade slot. That's why the hand cannon went away. Yep, that totally makes sense. And while looking at the chat, it looks like
Snoke went
has
down.
died, unfortunately for Cody. All right, so 2 discard off Tarkin. Cody does know the 2 cards in Dennis's hand. Also a 2 focus and a blank on the holocron.
And he still has the fist that has not been used, so.
That is true. And looks like Dennis's fist is going to get power action and rolled out here. For 3 interact. That's probably a force illusion right there. All right, so Cody discards the card. The 3 indirect forces the force illusion from Cody. All right, force wave, beguile, and another fist. At this point, not a huge deal. It's really just about what's on the board. Looks like the 3-for-1 resource side on the fist.
I think it's.
No,
I don't think there's a resource cost. Sorry, it's hard for us to see on the screen. I think it's. I don't think he has to pay for it.
Okay. So Snoke has rolled 1 focus and a blank, and now it looks like the focus is turning it to the 3.
Okay,
side.
so yeah, you were right.
And 3 will kill off the Rebel Trader. So 1 character down. Sienna has 5 damage and a shield. Snoke has 7 damage, so Cody is a fair amount of damage away. But he does have the force illusion. So this game is still
It's
still
really
pretty
close, yeah.
actually. Could go either way. All right, here comes the fist again. Ooh, disrupt. It's not exactly what you want to see here. Looks like 3 indirect is going to force the 2nd illusion off of Tarkin. Chance cube, mind trick, force jump. That
It does have the focus.
Yep, here comes the focus. Back to the 3. Not quite enough to take out Snoke. That's going to be 1 damage short.
Probably go for Sienna instead.
Chance cube dropped on Snoke. See where he puts the damage. He does.
Oh,
put it
interesting.
on Snoke.
Oh, it's a Snoke.
Yeah, I would say Sienna is definitely the more dangerous one at this stage.
You don't want to have her reactivating the
right, you can
fire
roll in the
spray over
fire
there.
spray and then immediately pay the 2. I definitely agree with you there. All right, but I think Cody is going to need some real good draws here. And I can see Dennis's hand. It looks like he's got mind trick, another fire spray. He doesn't like you. 2, he doesn't like you. And the other fist. All right, so Cody is just gonna say, all right, let's get Tarkin out here. Maybe some discards, or how about 2 blanks?
2 blanks.
How do you like 2 blanks? Does have the Holocron special, so that could be interesting. Trying to remember exactly how many Force Wave he was running. 1, so just the 1 wave and the 1 throw. Could potentially bring out a Force Jump. All right, Fire Spray. 10 out of 11. 1 damage away from Dennis to take the first one.
Oh, deflect.
Deflecting 1 damage into Snoke. They're discussing something here. Yeah. And I think that's game for some reason. All right, so I'm going to say Dennis takes this one based on the board state. Well, he did have the 4.
He had the...
Yeah, he had the 4 damage from Tarkin. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there at the end. Like, Cody did have the 2 blanks to use the power action on Tarkin to deal 4 indirect damage and the deflect. So maybe... Yeah. Yeah. We need to get some clarification from the table as to what actually happened at the end of the game there. Since they didn't play it out, they were just discussing what was going on. All right, so Dennis won. Oh, he tried to... Yep. I gotcha. All right. Yep. So it seems that Cody tried to play the deflect, but of course he didn't have the spot blue, which totally makes sense. And so then Dennis was like, you played it, and then the last damage killed Tarkin. So that is what happened at the end of game 1. And Dennis is up 1-0. All right, so now we're rolling up for game 2. Hopefully I am fully awake now, so I will actually be able to figure out what is going on in these game states. So Ingrid, how did your match against Dennis go? That you just played in the top 8.
They were good games. It was definitely, for me, rough on the draw in both games. I wasn't able to get any upgrades that I could play. Just did not roll the damage I needed, and he took the game, so...
Yep. That can definitely happen if you don't get upgrades down on Vader. Then he can spit out a lot of damage, but not going to get full value out of a price of failure. Not going to be able to like start one-shotting different characters, and that can definitely slow you down.
Yep, and without the upgrades in the early game, I wasn't able to get Friends in High off to get some of the other cards that I needed out, so that made it difficult as well.
Yep, Friends in High Places, very important card for the Vader matchup. But right now we do have the triple rainbow support deck from Dennis and the Snoke, Tarkin, or Snarkin deck, as I know Matt D likes to call it, from Cody.
It's got to be called Snarkin. I mean, you have the opportunity there.
So Cody, tough first game. It is unfortunate to end a game trying to play a card that is a spot card when you have lost your blue character. So hopefully that doesn't put him on tilt. And he's able to
focus on the next one
and
just
right?
Yeah.
You lost that game. You can think about things you could have done differently, but it's a new game and a new opportunity to win in game 2. Dennis, if you've won the first game, you're probably feeling pretty confident going into game 2 here. You've seen a lot of your opponent's deck now. You probably already know what's in it. And honestly, like the only card I think I'd be really concerned about is the Force Wave, because that is a very strong card against 3-wide.
Yep. It was still a pretty close game, though. I feel like it could have gone either way at the end.
All right, so I'm looking at the chat here. Try to stop breathing on the mic. Let us know if it's better. And we have an update on the other top 4 match between Shane and Alex, who are both running Vader Greedo. And Alex won game 1. And they're now going on to game 2 as well. All right, so now we are beginning to draw up for game 2. Based on the way the camera is set up, we'll probably be able to see what Dennis has in his hand. Might not be able to see what Cody has in hand.
Yep. Looks like
TLT, Flank, and Fire Spray are currently in the consideration set, along with Friends in Low Places and a Vader's Fist. Cody has already made his selection and is keeping 3 cards.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if Dennis ends up taking game 2 and goes on to play a Vader deck. I feel like that's a very favorable matchup for him against Vader. So, whereas I think Cody's deck would probably struggle more against a Vader matchup.
Yeah,
because of the health and.
It'll be interesting to see what happened. Andrew went 8-0 in Swiss yesterday, and then faced Shane's Vader deck.
That's true.
And
yeah.
lost to it. So I think Shane is teched against this matchup in particular a little bit more than Alex is. And so depending on who goes forward, I think actually even though they're both playing Vader Greedo, the opponent could make a really big difference as to who's actually going to win the finals.
For sure.
All right, so 2 flanks in Dennis's opening hand. Cody has cards that I can't see, but I do know that some of them are blue. All right, Sith Holocron coming down. It's a good card to get early. Definitely accelerates you. And
looks
the
like a Friends in
Low
Low
response. So now we get to see Cody's hand. So Force Speed, Vader's Fist, Chance Cube,
and
Force Jump.
Yep.
Which that's kind of a rough Friends in Low Places. Nothing
Yeah.
to take there. So Sienna rolls in a resource. Always good to get resources round 1. Force Jump played on Snoke.
Power action for those resources.
Action. I'm like, he's taking resources,
yeah.
not removing the die.
It's like,
bold strategy. Yeah. But that will remove a shield from Sienna, so damage from Snoke. And wow, turn 1 Fire Spray. Gotta like
that's
that.
pretty good for Dennis.
Chance Cube comes out on target. So Dennis has 2 flanks in hand, which means that he probably wants to just wait for Cody to activate at least one of his characters before rolling in either of the other 2. Right, so the triple laser turret comes out. Here comes.
It's like 2 blanks there, a resource, and 2 single focuses.
All right, Rebel Trooper rolling out, forcing the roll-in of Tarkin. So now those flanks will be active, and all of Cody's dice will be in the pool. I think because Tarkin did not roll any discard, that's probably a good thing for Dennis. Chance Cube did roll 2 resources, I believe.
I think.
The 2 and 3 are very difficult to tell. Now, did Cody pay for the Chance Cube rollout?
He did. Yes,
Okay.
I saw him pay the resource.
All right, so that was the 2 resources. Now those 2 blanks can definitely turn into 4 indirect damage. Fire spray coming out, some indirect damage showing, and a blank. All right, 2 focus.
So
Got some
the 2
indirect of
indirect.
Tarkin. Let's see what he wants. More indirect, probably. More indirect on Snoke. And he'll just leave the rest of them. Both the focus and the blanks can turn into 4 indirect damage with Tarkin's power action, so makes sense to probably leave those there. All right, 1 flank takes away the 1 focus on Snoke. Power action deals a bunch of indirect damage here.
Let's see
4
where he
indirect
puts it.
damage, I believe.
All onto the Rebel Trader.
So this is still pretty early, but like Cody got a lot of cheap upgrades out round 1. And yep, there's the second flank. So like that was a nice move by Dennis because it prevented the power action from Tarkin. He removed 1 of each type of symbol. So there you have it. Cody focuses Snoke to a blank. Like, focus to a blank. Why would you do that? Well, obviously you would do that because of Tarkin's power action. Turn those blanks into damage.
Yep. And he is running anger as well.
He is
so
running anger as well. That said, we know that he doesn't have anger in hand because
True.
of friends in low places. But normally that it would also be a good reason to turn it to a blank. Alright, so looks like Snoke got double focus on both die, which isn't really great at this time in the round. Kind of we're hoping for resources. Alright, Mind Trick
Cody
coming
Mind
up from
Tricks for
Cody.
the.
That's interesting. I don't think I would spend the 2 resources for that. I think I would just wait.
Yeah, wait and see what he focuses to, or.
Yeah. Alright, so Dennis will just claim after the Mind Trick. I don't like that move at all.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That is very surprising to me, using the Mind Trick in that situation. I think the resources at this point in the game are just so important. Like, you draw into a fist here, you have enough to immediately play the fist if you keep those 2 resources. You're going to take a lot of indirect damage, but man, the tempo loss for playing that removal is pretty rough. Like, are 2 resources worth taking all that damage? I think early on might be, but this is a tough matchup for Cody. He does have less health, and so maybe he just felt like he's just got to stop as much damage as possible from Dennis. I'm not sure. And also, when you roll like that, with Snoke, your resources,
Yeah.
you feel are pretty easy. So the Force Speed got a blank. The Holocron also missed the special, but the Force Jump did hit the special, which is pretty great. All right, Tarkin, roll it in here. Indirect, blank, and 2 resources, I believe, again on the chance cube. So Cody should be fine as far as resources this round. If he has the fist, he'll still be able to afford it. So that is why Cody is sitting, I suppose, at the top. Instead of, oh God, I don't want to play the Mind Trick. Take all the damage. Alright, so Dennis deciding if he wants to roll in Sienna, rolls in a
1 ranged.
gun. It's going to be re-rolled, or turned to a blank rather, with the Force Jump, which then rolls into a shield. And I mean, that's the nice thing about Force Jump is just, it gets past some of those, like, removal things like Vader. That'll just roll back in. Second
Probe.
Let's see if it's more successful than the first one.
Yeah. They both completely whiffed on probes last game, so.
Yep,
Oh, yep.
did
Looks
not
like.
whiff this time. I am your
I'm your
father,
father, and I couldn't see the other one, but
yeah, it was another blue event. All right, so some indirect coming out from Tarkin. Cody has spit out 11 damage, and then there were also 2 shields that Dennis started with, so made some progress here early on. That said, that fire spray is pretty dangerous.
especially with Sienna still around.
That's right. And with the chance cube, I don't think Dennis will be hurting for money. You know, with a lot of chance cubes, it's possible you might want to see people playing Rend again. Make them spend the resource, roll it in, and then discard it before they actually get the resources. Vader's fist. Here we go. Rolls it in. 3 range.
3 for 1.
Yep. Not too shabby. Has the 1 resource to pay for it. Alright, hand cannon, fire spray. Is that another mod, maybe?
It's hard to see.
Let's just say Dennis doesn't have any mitigation here, so he's kind of at the mercy of all of this damage.
Yep.
So he's going to discard the fire spray to reroll here. And he's just going for everything. And
resource party.
It is a resource party. It's not too shabby, but resources other than Sienna are not going to be super useful, I think, for him this turn.
So he just Cody just resolved Tarkin's power action for 4 indirect.
All things considered, I feel like this is about as well of a start that
Cody
could hope for in this game. The 3 indirect is enough to take out the Rebel Trader, but you will be losing 1 damage if you do that.
Yeah, it's a tough call. Do you go for the Trader, take him out, or do you go for Sienna, who's the priority target here?
Absolutely. I would definitely want to take Sienna off the board as quickly as possible. But when you can take out a character, sometimes you got to take out a character. Depends on how risky you want to be. Like, there's no more damage coming out from any card other than the fist this turn. But with the fist, like, I feel like you could probably just go for Sienna and try to finish her off.
Yep, I had a very similar situation in my game against Dennis. I went for Sienna, but don't know if that was the right call. So
now it becomes a
now
little bit more difficult.
yeah.
Dennis is thinking the same thing. And so Cody decides to switch to Snoke, which, you know, once you see 3 shields down, I think that's probably a solid move. So Sienna is protected by those shields after Snoke power action the shield off the Rebel Trader.
And Cody has not used the power action yet, it looks like, on the fist.
No,
so
he has only rolled it in off the initial play, so he still has 2
2
more activations of the fist this round.
Definitely Snoke is within range.
All right, so it looks like
some thinking going on here.
Yep. Focus spent from Snoke, I believe. Yep. So he's going to turn the chance cube to the 3, and Sienna probably 2 resources. Okay, 1 damage. Indirect damage off the fist. 3 resources from the cube. 3
Resolves
indirect damage
that.
from the fist. 1 shield. 2 shield.
3.
3 shield. So Cody should still have the power action on the fist this round. All right, another turret comes down on the fire spray. Gets to roll in, a little more indirect damage. Here comes the power action on the fist. Shields. Indirect damage dealt from Dennis to Cody.
And it looks like Cody has 2 cards in hand for any rerolls.
Yep, there goes the Force Wave. Kind of hate seeing that go, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And he gets more indirect damage off the fist. So, like, at this point, it's really just a race. How much damage can you output? And how much mitigation will your opponent draw? That is, that is not a good
That's
roll
a
at
big
all.
yikes over there on the fire spray.
Wow. 2 blanks and a modified damage side. Not what you want to see. 1 card left in hand to try again. There's the force jump special. So even if he does roll into damage, it's going to get turned back to a blank.
Yep.
So that was really good sequence for Cody there. He is actually looking like he has a pretty good shot in this game right now. All right, so the modified damage will be used off of Sienna before the force jump can change that, but looks like the fire spray and the other turret die are probably just going to stay as blanks. Let's see if he likes the last card in his hand enough to keep it. Gotta say, I do really love Dennis's power action token. The little Yoda saying, "Do not." It's a great reminder. So, do you keep the hand cannon or do you pitch it for damage here?
Probably, I don't know, pitch it, I think, but he does have the special showing there.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, I would pitch it as well. And that is what Dennis does, and wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that paid off.
Yep.
So he will get some damage through. Turn to blank on the fire spray.
That looks
1
like a shield.
Rolled back on the force jump. 1 damage will come out before the shield comes out. So hand cannon not worth maybe a ton at that point in the game. I like that. I like that strategy. All right, looks like we have a 3-for-1 side and another blank coming out of the fire spray.
And he will pay for it.
Yep, and Cody claimed the battlefield, so he will go first in the next round.
This game is pretty close too, but I think Cody could take this.
I mean, like Snoke has 1 damage left.
Yep. 2 for Trader. Oh, is that? Oh, I can't.
2 for
There's a
Trader.
clear token
there
there.
might be a clear
I think it's
token
actually
in front.
1
I think
for,
it's 1 for
Trader.
1 for Snoke. Sienna has 4 health left, so you know that's a little bit rough. But yeah, Cody is getting real close here. That said, if that fire spray just gets enough time, like it will be enough damage to probably wipe Cody out. So here comes the fist, a little direct damage. That's what you want to see.
That's good. Yep.
Dennis, I did see drew 2 Mind Trick.
Oh.
So you could just Mind Trick, pay 2 to remove this fist die here.
Yeah.
Split it into a pool of 0 and 1. All right, so they'll figure it out. Yeah.
Mic
All right,
check.
so we are attempting to equalize the mic levels for you guys a little bit here. All right, apparently I am turned up as far as possible. And
Sorry, I'm
Ingrid is
too loud.
now turned down a little bit. All right, in the meantime, what have we missed here? This is an exciting round. So we have that indirect damage on the fist now. So the hidden motive came out. Now he will mind trick it to get rid of it. That 4 damage is a lot. Sith Holocron comes down on Tarkin. So that's another die that can get you those blanks to use the power action. Here comes the Fire Spray.
2 blanks and a 3.
Yep, and a deflect into Snoke for the kill. That's big. That is huge. Clutch card by Cody there, taking out the Snoke and removing the Fire Spray die. Sienna rolls in, gets a resource. Cody is looking pretty good here, I would say. All right, Snoke does get the special on the Force Jump, which is very important. Doesn't have 2 matching symbols, so won't be able to spit out that power action quite yet.
Does have that 1 focus on the
Force speed. Yep, Dennis rolls out the Traitor. Now is the Traitor, I should know this, I designed this card. Is the Traitor forced activation, or can you choose not to? I believe it's a may. Either way, Tarkin is now out. I believe it's a may, so I think he just rolled in the Traitor, and then Cody rolled in Tarkin, which is totally the right thing to do there. All right, reroll from Dennis.
+2.
Yeah, +2 on Sienna. 2 focus means 4 indirect damage, which does mean a dead character, either Sienna or the Traitor. Looks like the Traitor goes down. Sienna is 1 away. I think it's safe to say that Dennis doesn't really have much he can do here to swing this game back. It's really a matter of time, and he sees it as well. And we're going to game 3. So Cody strikes back and forces a game 3 here in the top 4.
I wonder how the other game is going.
Yeah, I'll see if we can get an update on the Vader Greedo matchup. And we'll see how that one is going. But this one is going to a game 3. They still have 40 minutes left, so plenty of time to play it out, think about their moves. 1 game apiece. Oh, Shane, how did it go? All right, Shane lost, so that means Alex is moving on to the finals and will face either Dennis or Cody. All right, so Alex took it 2-0 and will be awaiting the winner of this match. All right, I think we're going to get a new commentator here on stream.
Shane, you getting on?
I have the loser of the other top 4 game, Shane, joining me here. Get him set up. While we wait, our players are shuffling up. All important shuffle before the beginning of the game. Thinking about the last game, but hopefully putting that out of their minds and focusing in this winner-take-all game 3. All right, hey Shane, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
Nice.
Let us know how our volume is as well, if anything is wrong. So how did your top 4 match go?
The top 4 didn't go the way I wanted it to go. This is Vader Mirror. He got the Battlefield first game. Yeah, I mean, it's the trend with most of these meta decks right now. It's like the first to get the fist on the board is the one that's going to win the game. And yeah, so he beat me in tempo on that one. We had my Battlefield obviously for the second game, and I didn't have it. My first couple of hands were, my first hand was nothing I could play. Second hand was all mitigation, so I beat him out. In round 2, I held him off, but by round 3, he had his 4 speeds, he had his saber, he had his resources, and although he didn't pull his fist that game, any damage I laid in just got turned into a rise again and more upgrades. And
Yep, the Vader mirror is definitely a tough matchup because
And-
there are so many variables that can just shift it toward one player or the other early
Yep.
in the game, and it can be hard to come back.
And a lot of those variables sometimes are just out of your control.
Yep, absolutely. Now, did you play either Dennis or Cody in the Swiss rounds?
I played Dennis in Swiss. He's a really good player. I actually had a really good game against Dennis. It was mine to lose at the end. We were both within 2 health. He had 2 health left on his Snoke. I had 2 health left on my Vader. I can't remember what was going through my head. All I know is I missed a crucial opportunity to truce into a rise again. I don't really know what I was thinking at the time. I kind of have erased it from memory. I didn't see any threats on his side of the board, so I thought I slow played something that didn't need to be slow played, and I paid for it. But yeah, this deck that these guys are running with the Snoke Sienna Trader is just, it's tough. It was my first match in the top 8 today, and it is grueling to play against.
Yeah. They are definitely very strong decks. Here are the deck lists for anyone who has not seen them.
Nice.
You have Dennis's triple wide rainbow deck on the left and Cody's Snarkin deck on the right. Both of these players have won one game. Dennis in pretty convincing fashion in game 1. It was pretty close toward the end. Cody in pretty convincing fashion in game 2. Got out to an early lead with a lot of damage, had a lot of mitigation, was able to outrace Dennis. So we will see what happens in game 3. It looks like Dennis chose to keep a couple of cards in his opening hand. Cody maybe ditched all of them.
Looks like it.
He's shuffling his entire deck, so he might not have liked anything that he saw. And is just going for the random. I don't know. All right, so here we go. Rebel Trader rolls out. Snoke has also rolled out. Tarkin already rolled out. Double disrupt from Snoke. So that is 4 indirect damage from the Tarkin power action if Cody wants it. But no upgrades, no supports out yet. Both players will probably be trying to make a lot of money early on. Sienna rolls in with the +2 range side. Power action for 4 indirect with those 2 focus. Or sorry, 2 disrupt. So I will say Dennis has these clear tokens, which are sometimes difficult to see, but he put 2 on the Rebel Trader, 1 on Sienna, and 1 on Snoke. So looking at Dennis's hand, it looks like he has the Fist, Chance Cube, Mind Trick, Hand Cannon, and another card that I didn't quite get to before I started reshuffling them. But the Chance Cube comes out, always a good card to see early, I would say.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a fast money ramp. He's going to be well set after this round.
Yeah, if you can get Fist out round 1, I would say you have a pretty good chance of winning the game. And the Anger gets re-rolled into a focus and a resource for Tarkin. So yeah, I would say, both of these players are hoping to generate resources, maybe drop the Fist early in the game, get that triple roll in the first time it comes out.
Have we had a peek at what's in Cody's hand?
We have not had a peek at what's in Cody's hand. So Cody is the mysterious player based on this camera setup. Dennis Dennis is our friend and shows us what is in his hand. Looks like the last card is the hover tank. So the chance cube rolls out, does roll a blank. It's a little bit unfortunate. No focus right now to turn it. Tarkin is going to switch to the 2 discard, preparing for the Snoke power action probably here.
It's a great move. Let's wipe his hand. You know he hard mulligan for his upgrades and his supports. So
Yep.
just blow away that first round and make him pay for it.
So I think this is mind trick territory.
Yeah, it is.
Based on losing 4 cards versus 1 and 2 resources. This matchup, sometimes the cards are a little bit more important because resources are so easy to generate.
Incredibly easy. It's yeah, this meta has pretty much been defined by just the money that flows around the table.
Yeah, and it all starts with the battlefield feed, which has that power action to take a resource pretty much immediately at the beginning of the round.
It's interesting the way that's different. What are we doing? Going for a reroll?
Yeah, re-rolling.
It's interesting comparing Feed to Moisture Farm and really what the difference is, the quantitative difference. Like, obviously, with Feed, you get the battlefield. The first round, you're getting the money that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise with Moisture Farm. In every other case, you're getting the money you would have just gotten if you had claimed, right?
Right. I think it just shows that, like, money now is much more powerful than money later. Like, a resource now is worth maybe 2 resources next turn.
Right. Yeah.
Because it is so powerful and so ubiquitous right now. So the Beguile coming out. Cody once again just trying to slow down Dennis early with all of these control cards and give him a shot to win the race because he does have less health. Let's see. Looks like we got 2 focus there. It's pretty good. Cody just not even going to bluff the hidden motive, I suppose. Going to go ahead and claim, which leaves Dennis free to get whatever he wants off of these focus results. That's kind of surprising, right? Claiming that early.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I mean, this is the first round, right? And he knows he has 1 card left in hand. He has so many options. He's clearly going to try to get either trade or Sienna on a resource, I think, so he can snoke them for some cash. And I mean, well, actually, we're not even there. He's got focus showing, so he's got it if he wants it.
He has it if he wants. So I don't know. Like, I understand, like, especially if your opponent has seen your hand with, like, a friends in low places, there's no point in bluffing. But with hidden motive being 0 cost, like, you know, you might want to have your opponent think about it a little bit more versus just, hey, take whatever you want.
Yeah, you're right. At least put the pressure on him.
All right, so it looks like some indirect coming out now from Dennis. Cody spreads it out as all good indirect damage should be. And then 3 ranged here with the Snoke power action. Who's going to target? I think you always go for Tarkin first. And of course, he immediately then goes for Snoke.
I mean, this has to be a matchup that they've practiced. I mean, after Cody's regional win in Seattle Unity, you're going to see more of this.
Yep.
It's a great deck list. He's great at running it. They must have a reason that they chose
I mean,
Snoke.
I can see going for Snoke because of the upgrades that you can put on Snoke.
Oh,
All of the blue only, like force jumps and so on and so forth.
I can't remember. Does he run wave in his deck?
He does run one wave
Then
as
that's a
well.
good reason
So
to
like
go
that's a
for it,
good
yeah.
reason to go as well. Obviously, the power action on Tarkin is pretty frustrating to play against, but with all of the upgrades, of course, you know, then there's the holocron. With all the upgrades, I can see going for Snoke.
Okay, Trader coming in with the disrupt.
All right, so Tarkin rolling in. Blank. That's not bad, actually. You know, those blanks on the holocron actually are relevant in this matchup. And then 2 indirect from Tarkin, which can easily turn into 4.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have the discard, but the damage is very good as well. And the damage is being removed by He Doesn't Like You. One of those staple cards from the first set that has not gone out of favor yet.
So we saw Cody pitch an anger before. Is that the only one he plays, or does he play 2?
Let's check the deck list. I believe he has 2. Yeah, he does have 2 angers.
So it would be nice to resolve Dennis's chance cube for him and get that money.
That is a nice play for sure. Here comes the probe. So Dennis has had up and down luck with the probe. Once again, it is down. Shows the force illusion and the chance cube. Cody does have a fair number of non-events in his deck, so the probe is not quite as effective as it is in the Vader Greedo matchup. All right, Sienna rolls out, gets the 1 gun, which can, as we saw last round, turn into 3 guns with the power action from Snoke. Force jump comes down on Snoke for Cody. So force jump, always a nice card to see, especially when you have a lot of cheap focus going around. All right, Cody rolling out Snoke. Blink on the cube. And then 2 focus, 2 indirect, and 1 shield. Not bad roll. I think I would like to see some resources from the chance cube, but otherwise I'm very happy with that. Another he doesn't like you in Dennis's hand to remove anything that he wants.
There are tokens in here.
All right, focus into the double focus into the 3 resource and 1 resource on Sienna. So this is interesting. All right, overconfidence. Yep, always great card. Looks like Sienna is the blank, chance cube is the 2 resource side. So that was interesting that Dennis decided this turn to just, go for resources.
Yeah.
When last turn he just went for damage.
Yeah,
It seemed like he just wanted to try to maybe take out Snoke really fast.
Right.
He does have more cards in hand. Now that he sees the cards in hand, he decides he wants to play them, I guess. All right, 2 indirect coming down from Snoke. Hover tank probably.
Barn coming in.
Yep, coming in for Dennis. Not quite as good as Lukas.
No, but as long as you've got Sienna alive and you can reset, you've got something going.
Yep, that is definitely true. Sienna MVP whenever you have those vehicles out. All right, hover tank rolls in. Disrupt. And it looks like the power action from Tarkin is going to spit 4 damage onto Dennis's characters. Cody so far getting very good value out of Tarkin. And he's counting down. 2 damage left, 1 damage left, 1 more to assign, and it goes on Snoke. So 3 damage on Snoke, 3 damage on Sienna, and 4 damage on the Rebel Trader. He doesn't like you, will remove the Tarkin indirect, which is good, because that would have been another 4 after the power action from Snoke. They're power action buddies. 1 shield, claim from Dennis. Really, overall, I feel like that was actually not too bad of a round for Cody. It could have been a lot worse. Sometimes the fist comes out by now, and the game is quickly moving toward its conclusion. There's
a fist.
There's 2 fists now, and the fire spray. Dennis probably would have liked to see those a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that might have helped make his decision on taking some money. Yeah, this is great. This Snoke Tarkin deck, it's consistently going to pump out at least 8 damage around. And even looking at the elevated health pool for Sienna Snoke Trader, we've got 16, 27.
So 22, so you're at +5 health to start the game.
Yeah, +5 health. But with 8 almost guaranteed damage coming in every round, Cody just needs to stay alive 3 rounds and he's within striking range of winning the game.
Right, and that's kind of what we saw in game 2, is he did play to his mitigation early to just get ahead in the race and then just spit out the damage at the very end to win it. So it looks like he's going for a similar sort of strategy this game. Also, now double force jump out, which is just really strong. A lot of defense from Cody here.
Gonna pay for his vehicles this round.
Yeah, Dennis would really like to get a fist out. Another chance cube. Really, chance cube is just unbelievable right now at generating money. In addition to the power action from Snoke, it's very easy to get those 5 resources to play things like the fist. Not to mention Theed. Dennis is now up to 6 resources, so he can play the fist.
It's really great to see Tarkin's power action make all of these cards just synergize. I mean, you look at all these blanks on the right side of the screen on Cody's board. Those are all 2 damage side.
That's true.
That's a lot of 2 damage side.
Probe coming out.
Oh.
See, he sees now what he's up against. You know, the only thing he really could have gotten out of that hand was the flank. So not a high value probe, especially because now, hey, look, guess what? I have a Vader's Fist and 6 resources. I wonder what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I'll play it. 2 shield, okay. You know, 2 shield isn't bad because of the indirect damage, but it's not quite as high of a value as you can get off the damage. So there's the 2 blanks, which can always turn into 4 indirect. Though again, with the chance cube, you don't really want to use that blank for the indirect if you can help it.
I don't think I saw any mitigation, Dennis. Oh, he has a flank.
He has
right?
1 flank.
Yeah, all right.
So he could decide to use the flank. He can also roll in the traitor, force Tarkin to roll in. Though at this point, like I don't think you give Cody the roll in. You don't force him to roll it in. He wants to roll in Tarkin anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so Dennis is going to take the 2 shields from the fist. He still has 2 uses of the fist and the hover tank this turn. So like that is a lot of potential damage still sitting over there. Tarkin does not roll a blank, but does roll the 2 indirect and has 2 focus, which could turn into 4 indirect as well. So yeah, there you go. Another like 8 damage just kind of sitting out there pretty casually.
Right.
And it's very resilient because like you can remove it a little bit, but you can't really stop it. You can slow it down by removing specific dice, but you can't really stop it here. Even if Dennis removes the 2 indirect on Tarkin, the focus can always turn the other Tarkin die to the 2 indirect.
Yeah, there's so much focus in that deck. Alright, he's excited about getting that cube up.
Alright, so force jump turns the Snoke to a blank and rolls a blank itself, which, you know, maybe you just now use the 2 force jump to get the 4 indirect damage, but based on what Cody is doing, I think I would rather try to like get those back to the special with the fist and the tank sitting out there.
Yeah,
I think those are a little bit too valuable to use for the indirect.
You're gonna want to keep him off. Yeah, he's gonna want to keep the fist and the tank off the damage side.
And
but maybe not.
Maybe not. Wow.
All right. What are we looking at? 8 health on Snoke. 7.
Yeah, he's so. I mean, he's not so close that I think you just immediately go for the kill this round, which is why that's kind of surprising to me. I feel like Cody is feeling pretty confident right now with that move. He's saying, you know, I'll race you. I'll win the race. But after he uses the indirect from Tarkin, like he doesn't really have a whole lot of damage if that Snoke die gets removed by the flank. He's kind of out of damage this round. So that's a little bit surprising to me.
Well, he's
but
going for it.
He's going for it, so there's another damage on Tarkin, 4 more indirect to Dennis, who did roll in the 4 indirect on the fist, and that's where those force jumps really come in handy.
I really just want to peek behind his hand there.
I know. It just seems like, wait, I'm so close to seeing what's in Cody's hand. What is he thinking? Why is he making some of these decisions? What's going through his mind? But we just don't know what's in his hand. He does have no resources. Hidden motive, maybe? But, I mean, he didn't even play the hidden motive on the 4, so, like, that said, the fist isn't the best die to play hidden motive against because of the 2 different types of damage that it can roll into. Alright, so this 4 damage is assigned now.
And this is Dennis thinking.
Dennis is thinking hard. How do I win this game? What is my line here? I think I flank, but I don't know. I mean, it almost doesn't. You can save 2 damage by flanking the 2 indirect off Snoke.
Here it comes, that special on the hover tank.
Yep. Yep, so there's more indirect damage and resources. So now I think the flank takes something. Do you want to keep resources away from Cody, or do you want to take less damage? The amount of damage currently on Dennis's characters, that's a real tough one. I think with the way these decks can generate damage and the fact that Cody's probably going to be claiming this round and getting the resource off feed, I would just probably take the damage.
Yeah.
I'm really batting low with my predictions here, so we'll see what happens.
I think the flank was a good call. The four damage being laid in would have put him within 2, 5, 6 of losing the game. 6 health remaining.
That's
which, like,
not much.
Yeah.
That's basically guaranteed every round.
Right.
So he does remove the damage.
So even here, he's within 8. He's got 8 health remaining, right? 2, 4, 6. So he's got 10.
10. He's at 10 now. But he will be at 8 after the other 2 indirect is resolved, which is right on the edge. You almost want to start rolling those shields on the fist just to buy yourself a little bit of time. Wow. Yeah. And Force Illusion. Cody is looking like he's in a really strong place here. Yeah. I did think he was not the favorite coming into this matchup with Dennis just because of the health disparity, but like with the 2 force jumps and all of his mitigation that he's shown, he has, it seems, proven to be a slightly more well-adjusted deck to what is going on in this game.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by the longevity of this deck, just how long it manages to stay alive. And yeah, it's as effective use as it makes of all the blinks. I'm kind of surprised to see decks running blue characters not running Feel Your Anger. Surprised to see blue villain decks.
That's
not
true.
Feel Your Anger.
Like you play Feel Your Anger against Cody. Like that's a
board wipe. You're
that's yeah, it's incredibly strong. Dennis is running the Mind Trick, which is good, and we saw that in game 1. He wiped 4 dice out of Cody's pool at a time, so like that is pretty strong in this matchup. But yeah, Feel Your Anger, I think, is a great one-off card to run in this meta. And you were also running some interesting cards in your deck. Abandon All Hope, which I think would have maybe given you a slight advantage against some of these decks in the final.
In fact, it did. I mean, I played a copy of this deck in my top 4 matches that we streamed, or the top 8 match that we streamed earlier, and Abandon All Hope was the MVP of that match by all accounts. Like, without it, I wouldn't have stood a chance. And it's there specifically for these reasons, and because, like we talked about, it's often the case that the first player to put a Vader's Fist on the board is highly favored to win that match.
Right. All right. Trying to adjust the mic levels again. Turn Shane up a little bit here for the chat. Shane, let me know what's going on in the game while I'm gone.
Yeah, we'll keep this going. So Dennis has got a reroll here. He's showing some focus, which Cody's going to try to get off the board. And focus remains, but the Umbaran goes away. But that's 6 damage he just saved himself. Totally worth it.
I turned it up already.
So it looks like Cody's hand is empty. He played his chance cube, the action before last, so he's well set to get his 8 indirects resolved next turn.
All right, big reroll here.
What do we got?
More disrupts. Rough. That is bad news for Dennis. That was a huge roll.
Yeah, Cody's in really good shape here.
Yep.
His first action has to be to activate Snow, get those force jumps in play, get his blank showing.
Yep, start threatening that indirect damage. Yeah, really, Cody just rolls out here and says, hey, do you have the Mind Trick? Do you have ways to mitigate these dice? Otherwise, it's game. Right, so Dennis is definitely hoping for some mitigation here. He's just got to try to extend this game to allow some of his supports to get more damage out. Cody has 3 upgrades on Tarkin, 3 upgrades on Snoke. Both of them pretty healthy here as well. So neither of them really in danger of being shot by the direct damage on the board right now.
His first action is to get some money.
What do you think of that?
I think he's going to spend his 2 resources on getting his cubes in the pool, so the third might be for some mitigation. Let's see.
All right, Probe, Force Throw, Hidden Motive, Hand Cannon, and I Am Your Father?
I Am Your Father, nice.
Okay. I Am Your Father is an interesting card.
I think that's the only copy he has in this deck.
All right, so Dennis deciding what to get. Looking at his hand, he does have Hidden Motive, and I think that's the only mitigation. Wow, that is not good.
What's the other one? Is the other one a Fire Spray or a Slave 1? And then 2
yeah, it looks like a Fire
Spray.
Yep. So At this point, you just hope the probe doesn't hit. And yeah, sure, take the hidden motive. Like if the probe hits your hidden motive, so be it. Like you don't have a lot of mitigation anyway.
Right.
Cody, I think, probably could have just rolled out. He will go ahead and do the probe himself. Let's see if it gets that motive.
It's a good prophylactic move. He wants to make sure he can get his dice in the pool and have them remain there. And he did it.
He got the hidden
Nice.
motive. He still doesn't know
He doesn't know
what
what the
sort
other
of
two cards are,
mitigation,
yeah.
right? Dennis might be holding back in his hand, and Dennis does have 2, and he has played Mind Trick before. I don't think we've seen both Mind Trick go away. Dennis does not have much health left. So really, it's just a matter of Cody rolling out and resolving his damage.
Pretty much. We've got 1 on Trader, 3 on Sienna.
Like, I just see no
4,
chance for
yeah.
Dennis to probably turn this game around. Rolls out the tank. Like, I guess if you roll a shield on, like, the Rebel Trader, but he can't even power action anymore, Snoke, because it's 1 damage away, so you can't get the 3 shields, so...
That's
yeah, not a whole lot for Dennis to do, and wow, look at that roll. 2 blanks and the 2 indirect damage, so that's 8 indirect damage right there.
I think at this point, you take his hand, you snook his hand, and then you can do whatever you want, and that's just going to be focusing into all your indirect damage.
Yep, at that point, you're guaranteed. The mod comes down from Dennis, which is going to roll in a turret.
There we go.
There goes the rest of the hand. That's basically game. Dennis playing the mod basically showed that he had nothing to respond to that with. Cody thinking. I think he knows that he pretty much has it and just wants to make sure that he doesn't miss anything here. Or it's Dennis's turn.
Yeah, it's Dennis.
Right? Okay. Yeah, Dennis just trying to come to grips, I think, with his loss here. Hell of a run, though.
Yeah.
Top 4 at the regional.
And they brought 4 of these decks, right? I think
they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one of them went all the way to the
One
top
of them
4.
went all the way to the top 4. One of them went undefeated in Swiss. Good showing for the triple wide vehicle deck, plus fist.
And of course, we know Cody's down here in Portland today, going for the 3-peat.
Going for the 3-peat, get in the hat trick. Exactly. Get all of the regionals in the Northwest. That would be quite the achievement. Really incredible. He's a fantastic player. And it looks like he's going to have a chance to go for the 3-peat, playing against Alex's Vader Greedo deck in the finals. Cody showing the 4 fingers for the 4 indirect damage here. Dennis looking at his board, sadly realizing that he doesn't have the health. There's 2. I mean, you can just throw 2 more in Snoke here. Keep all your characters alive for 1 more action at least.
Snoke, you'd like to be able to keep some focus. Keep him alive so you can use his focus. The Sienna reset would be nice if you manage to pull another resource.
Yeah, it would be nice, but at this point there's 4 health left.
Yeah.
And a Tarkin power action on the table. Really, really interesting match. Dennis won the first one. Cody took the second one. Looks like Cody is going to take the third one. He is 1 damage away because of the shield on Snoke right now, actually. Right. That shield kind of blended in there, so he needs 1 more damage from somewhere. But he does have the 2 indirect on Snoke, so that combined with the power action should be enough to finish this game. The other game was won by Alex, who beat Shane, who has joined me here. And that was a Vader Greedo, kind of a mirror match, though the decks were slightly different. Here's the 2 indirect coming down. There goes the shield. Here comes the damage to kill the traitor. 1 power action away. Snoke goes down, but it really doesn't matter here. 1 blank, 2 blanks. Oh, wow, shit, it does matter. Whoa, wow.
I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention to that.
Oh, no.
For some reason, I thought I saw more dice Well, it doesn't matter now.
Wow, what a roll. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, I definitely... That's game. Cody wins. I definitely have questioning about the sequencing now. Now that I saw Snoke go down there. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And then he just casually rolls 2 more blanks, like, power action anyway. What a finish.
What a great game.
I'm surprised, I guess I'm surprised Cody took the time to reroll when he did.
Right. Yeah, why did he use power action? I guess that's a question for him.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. Cody's moving on to the finals. Quite an exciting match. We're going to have Snoke Tarkin versus Vader Greedo in the finals coming your way.
To be honest, I'm happy whoever wins that match.
Yeah.
I would love to see Vader just take one. Everybody talks about how oppressive the Vader decks can be, and it's true, but I haven't seen one take a regional in the Northwest yet, or on the West Coast.
Yeah, not on the West Coast, that's for sure.
So, and as a Vader player today, of course, I'd love to see Vader win, but Cody's also a good friend and a fantastic player, and he obviously has earned his spot and his place today, and I'd love to see him take it all the way, too.
All right.
Standby button there, or do you guys want to?
It sounds like we're going to have a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back to you with the finals. So stay tuned. But yeah, I agree. Like, whoever wins, they're going to be a worthy champion. Should be really exciting. 2 very deserving players in the final. 2 very different decks in the final. And so that will be...
No heroes in the top 8. But
no heroes. That's true. All villains here in Portland.
And just want to say, we're here. We're down from Seattle. Thank you, everybody here in Portland, for hosting us.
Yeah,
McMenamin's is a fantastic venue. Anybody who gets a chance to come out, spend a regional with us, spend a store championship with us. Portland Game Store here in Seattle, hosting the finals today. Another fantastic shop. If you're ever in town, stop by and say hi. Yeah, and of course, for anybody not in the area, come up to Seattle and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lucas is up here waiting to welcome new players to the city.
Yeah, that's right. And, Portland stole the Seattle Regional last year, so it's nice to kind of return the favor a little bit if I want to talk a little bit of smack.
At least that's guaranteed.
I think that's
the
correct.
regional's coming back to Seattle.
Yeah. So, hopefully, honestly, like the whole Destiny community on the upper Northwest is a fantastic community all up and down the coast, and happy to be here and happy to see this level of play. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with you for the finals. Signing off for now. May the force be with you.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
All right, guys. You got Das back on the mic here. We're gonna get. We still got some overlay stuff to figure out here, but we got our finals matchup. Oh, I'm gonna switch seats with you actually, so I can do the laptop stuff. You can have that. All right, looks like I got Ingrid here joining me. I'm gonna update all the overlay, but we're gonna have Cody. What? Anyway, we got Cody Hill versus Alex Krasinski. They're both from Seattle. Yeah, I'm updating the overlay. We got Vader Greedo versus the
Snarkin.
Yeah, Snarkin. So let's see. On the left, we have Alex K, Cody Hill. Actually, and both of these guys actually have a world seed already, so I guess they're just playing for bragging rights here. Alex got one from the Seattle GQ. Not the ECCC one, but the other one. They had another GQ. I don't remember when that was.
It was in June, I think.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Yep.
I know. Alex beat me on his way to 6-0 that day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He was running. If I remember right, he was running Obi Maz when he 6-0'd it. And Cody's obviously won 2 regionals already, so he's got his seat. So playing for lots of bragging rights to take home to Seattle. Okay, finals game 1. Timer, we need to set at 2 hours.
So they're just taking their time to review each other's deck lists before Judge takes those away.
Yep. So if we bring this up, we should have their decks. Yep. So the big thing's going to come down here to see if Vader can spike Tarkin fast enough.
Yep.
I mean, obviously Cody's taken down some. I'm assuming taking down plenty of Vader decks on his way up here. So obviously he has experience with it. But yeah, that's going to be the big thing. Watch you. Let me see. I want to see how much time I have left.
Looks like Vader won the roll off. Not super surprising. Went for his battlefield. Both started with 4 speeds. Double 4 speed for Alex. A lot of upgrades coming out really quickly here. Looks like Cody took Force Strike, and I think the other one was Truce with
Oh, wow.
Probe.
Yeah, so fully loaded Vader here. 4 speed's actually like a newer addition to the Vader deck. They did not start off playing 4 speed, which is quite interesting, but I think it was probably the presence of Mill that brought on that 4 speed getting added into all those decks.
Yep.
Being able to like 4 speed into like re-rolling Vader's die back out became super important really quickly. I was actually surprised by how little Mill we saw yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I was happy about it as a Vader player because I didn't want to play against Mill, but yeah, I was definitely surprised.
Yeah, I played against one Mill deck, and I didn't see many others besides that one in attendance. Let's see, so he's got his blanks out there for the turn. Yep. Did Alex claim already then? I assume since Cody's just taking all his actions.
Yeah, I think so, because...
Man, Cody just did a lot of damage round 1 there.
I'd be surprised if Alex claimed, though, because he has...
He
doesn't
doesn't have the resource for it. Yeah, so I assume he claimed there. But wow, 12 damage round 1 for Snark Token.
That
or
was
Snarkin.
strong start.
Yeah, if you have to start putting damage on Vader via indirect deck, it's not great.
Got some damage and resource sides there. I know Alex is running bait and switch. He's got the mind trick. If he's putting the resource with the damage, then I'm guessing that he does not have bait and switch in his hand.
Is he debating putting both Vaders together?
Then you could roll them both back in, but...
Oh, you're good. I just realized that's what's back there. Yeah. It just started. It's the first game.
It's interesting choice here, because those Vader dice are just going to come right back out.
Yep.
But he does have money for more removal. But he is going to get the 4 speed. And so he'll get to resolve any Vader dice he brings back out. And there's 5. Oh, he's just short of spiking. I can't. Let's see. Overconfidence. Looks like another ancient.
I think that's he doesn't like.
Oh, he's got a Force Strike.
But it's hard to tell. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he could have Force Strike to kill Tarkin there.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Oh no, Force Strike only lets you resolve that single die, right?
It does.
It doesn't give you ambush.
That's the ancient, right? So he still can.
That is true.
Turn to.
So it would have taken 2 actions to kill Tarkin there with the Force Strike.
But I expect, yep.
Yep, and there it is.
Doing it now. Tarkin
down.
down.
Great play there by Alex. That was perfect. And yeah, that completely turns the tide, turning off that Tarkin power action and the Snoke power action.
Yep.
So now, yeah, If Alex draws into if Alex draws into a price of failure, it's
looking grim for Cody then.
that's pretty much, even at this point, it's pretty grim. But yeah, the price of failure pretty much will seal the deal if that comes up next.
That's pretty amazing how quickly it turned, because it started out with Cody putting the, what was it, 12 damage? Something ridiculous
I
into.
thought that
I was like, oh man.
Says we're live. Okay, I think we're back online. Sorry if we had a little hiccup there. Nothing I can do about the internet connection here. Usually it's pretty strong, so.
That's pretty good roll in for Vader there.
Yeah. Hidden motives. It's gonna be coming back out.
Another probe. Did not hit a single card he could remove there. I'm guessing Cody was looking to oh man, that's pretty good. The Friends and High into Rise Again. This looks pretty tough for Cody here.
Yeah, he was already sitting in a good spot, and that that's a win more move right there.
Yep. I believe I saw Price of Failure in his hand as well,
yep,
so I think this is going to be it very soon.
We'd have to get like boxes or something. Take 3. It's just these lights are awful for it. Power action. He's gonna have plenty of resources for those to pay for any Vader dice.
Yep. Taking those
3
shields.
I feel
Vader.
after seeing this, Cody knows the Price of Failure is coming.
Yep.
After seeing him resolve shield sides.
I think he was trying to hit it with the probe, but he just missed it.
He gets 2 indirect. Greedo doing exactly what Greedo needs to do.
And Alex still has, what, 2 cards in hand for rerolls? So
yep, so
that's,
he's... That's...
Ooh, yeah.
That's 7. And he gets... Yeah. Overconfidence is, yep.
But that is Cody's last card in hand.
He's going to force speed to reroll here, yeah. He hits damage and it's gay. Oh, but he gets the focus.
There's, he has no mitigation left, so.
And that's game one, guys. That was a quick one.
That was.
All right. Two.
Yeah, I think that Vader Greedo can be a really tough matchup for Snarkin just because of how much damage Vader can deal so quickly. You don't get as much use out of Tarkin as you need before he dies. That's rough.
It was brutal. My first 3 or 4 games was people getting Vader's fist.
While we're waiting for a shuffle, maybe a little water break, for those of you that still need to get some convergence, we still have pre-orders on the Artificery website. The hope is that we'll release. It says Q1, so hopefully sometime in March soon. So hurry up and get those pre-orders in so you can get your product shipped as soon as possible. Also, for anyone needing to fill out, anyone who needs a Vader's Fist, because obviously that's what you need to play, or any other cards, we got the single store. Visit that to fill out any deck lists you need. It looks like Cody's going to be taking his battlefield here. Or actually, no, never mind. They got them both out there. So we still haven't seen what Cody's going to choose here, but
I'll be surprised if he does not take his
I
battlefield.
assume he's taking his battlefield here. And as always, if you like our streams, please go to our Patreon, patreon.com/theartificerycrew, and give us a little bit of support there. That's how we bring these streams to you. It also gets you some other little goodies into our gifts and our content. If you have any questions, as always, just drop by our Discord. There's a link to our Discord on our website, artificery.com. And actually, yeah, these Seattle guys are repping well for the new Cloud City brand. They both got their mats out there.
Yep.
And Ingrid next to me here has got her Cloud City shirt on. So does Alex on stream. If you want to talk about Cloud City at all, feel free to.
Yeah, we're putting together some content coming up. Look for that. I'm definitely not the main person organizing it, so I can't say as much as probably someone else, but definitely look for some Cloud City roller articles or talks or stuff like that. So
I'm really digging those playmats.
Yeah.
They got some sweet color to them.
And I think the website just went up today. I believe it is cloudcityrollers.org. So if anyone wants to check that out.
One throw.
Yeah, so I'll just spike the target. Down.
I love how you can see their shirts when they're leading to the right.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys doing 2 or 3 rounds on that?
This is the third.
Oh, is that kid from Seattle too? They're both from Seattle.
It happens. It seems like Boise, Seattle, and Portland just go around and steal regionals. I guess Cody got the Seattle one this year, but last year it was like last year it was like a 3-way rotation of the 3 regionals. I think Boise took ours, we took Boise's, and it was.
Yeah, so Nick's also our judges from Idaho as well. The Boise Boys, as we call them. I think there's like a HGTV show or something, which is where the name came from, called like the Boise Boys. It's like a home improvement show, but we definitely replaced it with a BOIS when we reference them. But still, Boise already.
That is quite the roll.
Yeah, theirs this year got.
Looks like no resource though for that 4-for-1 on Vader.
With Palp. Really? SOR Palp, yeah.
All right, we got friends in high places. Oh, here comes Fist and yep. There's.
I mean that's the right.
Yeah, that's the right play,
there.
but man, that's two good choices.
Yep.
You're not gonna complain about either of those hitting the table.
And if he ends up hitting a Rise again, he'll have the Darksaber waiting for him.
Very true. I take it he has the right. No. Oh no, never mind. He has his flipped. Whoever was playing on stream last time had their Vader and Greedo flipped, and so I thought he just put his damage on Vader, and I was like, oh wait, let me look at those.
Double blanks. Looks like it's setting up for probably Tarkin's power action.
So unless that's looks like our judge has actually entered the Twitch chat with us. unless somebody else has a Couch Judge Nick Nelson Twitch name. But yeah, Friends in High Places is going to be rotating out. So if you're feeling a little salty about Friends in High Places, you probably only have about 2 or 3 more weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 5. I can never predict when release dates are going to happen, but I personally would guess the 2nd or 3rd Thursday in March. But yeah, no, Friends in High Places is going away whenever that happens. So there will no longer be any of those like round 1 like auto loss feels. Because I know personally I've been devastated once or twice with I will feed Vader Saber, roll out, Friends in High Places, Vader's Fist.
Yep.
Well, bye.
Never how you want to start if you're on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. So all the damage is getting put over there on Snoke this time. So it's
yeah,
gonna be...
that's interesting. I'm guessing because
of that hand cannon.
Hand cannon, but I'm still feel like Tarkin's a good target. It's like some.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be 100% the hand cannon, I guess. And there goes Cody's fist. And a Force illusion. Oh, and he's going to take the 2 shields. Oh, he doesn't have any cards left, so yeah, you just take the 2 shields and go with it. But yeah, if he can spike Snoke here, Naked Tarkin's not a great
so
Tarkin.
Good either. Yeah.
And okay. Question is Cody running flames in here? He is not running flames, so Alex can safely discard that Vader's Fist he just drew for a reroll at some point.
Force illusion on Greedo.
Blank, 2 indirect. Yep. Oh, yep. So he power actions to force the lethal on Snoke.
And the deflect comes out.
Yep. See if he can threaten lethal again here. He does not.
Resource party instead.
Yeah, he does.
Does he have bait and switch in hand?
Yes, he does. So we're going to have a dead Snoke here. Unless Cody's got some way to remove both those Vader dice.
Yep.
which at his point, he's probably not looking to remove both. Yeah, and he resolves that, probably knowing that he got a bait and switch coming.
Yep. Right. Looks Cody's looking a little bit of a rough spot here, I think.
Yeah.
With the naked Tarkin.
Thing is, yeah, to get enough upgrades on Tarkin going into next round, he's going to be so slow out of the gate. Okay, he takes it on bait. Nope, he's taking the Force Illusion. Okay. Hey, he's thinking about it. Yep.
Yep.
Wait.
There seems to be some discussion.
Oh, he's just
going
Force
on.
Illusioning one? Oh, he can only Force Illusion one. Because Greedo only has 1 health left, so he can only Force Illusion one there.
Right.
Which was an interesting choice on the Force Illusion on
Greedo.
Greedo.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't think about that when he put it there, but yeah, that's a real interesting choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those one rules everyone seems to always forget. It's you can only Force Illusion how much health you have left.
Yep.
Apparently, oh yeah, Nick's got in the commentary for us. Apparently, Cody said, "Uh-oh, bait and switch," and then Alex said, "I wish," and then I lied. we don't have the mics on the table, so I'm
Missing all this quality content over
I'm
there.
glad Nick's giving us a play-by-play from the table. And he pulls the price of failure, so we will not see this thing get finished up here this round probably, but
it's interesting he didn't try and probe the bait and switch.
That's a fair point, but I think he still had a fair full hand at that point.
That's
so
true.
Those
it's risky.
odds are not great, but yeah. Oh, and I think he just drew the other price of failure. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna immediately roll Invader. Oof.
Not super hot there from Vader.
No. Not
Does
at
he have
all.
a second bait and switch in hand? I can't tell what that yellow card
I think it's
is.
a Friends in High Places.
Oh, okay.
I see a Friends in High Places, price of failure, rise again, a Vader Saber, and I can't tell what the 5th card is.
Okay.
Is that a truce? Man, he's going to get Greedo in before he prices him.
And Greedo with the 2.
Well, that, no, yeah. I think, oh, you price, yeah, I guess you take the 2 and price.
I might have resolved the 2 and
Yeah.
then tried to get another.
Well, you have to decide how lucky you feel.
Yeah.
Because if he pulls that price out of the 2 out of 5, it feels real bad. And you got the rise and the Friends and High there. Oh, he's still got 2 Vader's Fists. 3 indirect. That's.
Yeah.
I assume that's going to be taken on the Force Illusion. Oh, nope. Okay. Oh, there's the 2 discards. So we're going to get a discard to re-roll here, I assume. Oh, no, we're just going to hardcast Vader Saber. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, he hasn't rolled in yet off the price of failure.
Oh, yep.
That's a perfectly good play
Makes
there.
sense, yeah.
And one of his Vader dice is resolvable, and so is the Ancient, so he's going to get 1 damage, 2 resources, and he still has a fist power action. And 3 range.
Yep. Deflect is turned off now, so.
Yeah. Is that what he has in his hand there?
No, I can't see what it is, but.
Yep. All right, so we're going to see if Alex can roll 2 damage here. Or I guess he needs to roll 1 damage.
Yep. If Vader can't roll 1 damage, then.
Oh, yep,
Oh,
yep, 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 yep. Good game,
Nice,
yeah.
good game.
Alex Kresminski is your Portland regional winner, coming down from Seattle and taking it home. He'll get to walk away with a nice little trophy, and I guess a second world's berth.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
it just poofs because they
Yeah,
both.
the same
had
thing
one.
happened up at the Washington
Yep.
Regional. So I guess these both guys had it. So, but congrats to Alex. Thanks for everyone coming out, and big thanks to the Portland Game Store for hosting us. Great turnout with 70 players yesterday and today for the regional. Side event Friday night, we had 25 people, and I think the draft side event today was full at its 24-player capacity. So huge turnout here in Portland. Thanks to everyone who traveled in. As always, visit us on Artificery for content, your convergence products, singles, or just drop in the Discord and say hi. We love chatting you guys up, and whether it's in our general chat or in the Star Wars Destiny chat and talking deck tech, whatever. We love the community, so come say hi. I don't know if you have any closing remarks before we
Just
shut this down.
GG's to everyone. Great
Yeah.
games.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I think this might be the last weekend of regionals. I don't know if there's any other ones, but it was a great regional season. And good luck to everyone as we roll towards nationals, continentals, and worlds, or whatever they've been renamed to. Thanks, guys.